try and wear them down with the amount of kids that they're going to be playing.
Ball out of bounds is going to remain with McGill.
Yeah, turnover by Lindsey Cox. Cox sisters.
Yeah, the Cox twins on the court at the same time starting tonight for McGill.
So they're getting really good position. They're going to have to do something about that, or McKenzie's going to get the ball every time down the court. They're going to have to either three-quarter or front where she can't get the ball. Right now they're trying to guard her from behind, and she's just burying them underneath the goal.
Foul on the play right there committed by Baker.
Nice out-of-bounds play. There it is again.
Feeding it back into Lindsay. She kicks it back out. Lucy Cox with the shot, no good. Another foul against the Hornets. It's going to be on Madison Jones.
You know what,
That's
so far,
2 on her right quick, Coach.
yeah, so far it's been a really good game of getting up and down the court, but right now McGill is doing a better job of, they're showing those 4 starters that are back, really working the ball well and going inside.
Lucy Cox makes the first, checking in for Baker, number 24, Juliana McKinney, as Jones goes to the bench, picking up 2 early fouls as we're barely into the first quarter here between McGill and Baker.
Look, Lucy Cox, well, that's the first one she missed. She was 2 and 2 going into this, and she made one and missed one.
But they get a putback basket, and they're still putting the pressure on them, Coach, with that defense. Baker gets it across the timeline. Paris Richardson feeds it inside, back out.
Nice shot.
And nailed by Haley Lindsay. Good bucket for the Lady Hornets.
Yeah, they really found her wide open. That time, McGill adjusted too much on the ball, and the backside was open. They found her. Nice play.
Score 7-5. McGill on top. There's a 3 right
threes.
there.
There's those threes.
Anna Reed McNeese shoots 38% from 3.
Well, McGill has got 3 girls, the twins and her, that are going to shoot anywhere from 38 to 42% from the threes.
Lindsay puts one up and caroms off. Harbaugh brings it across the timeline. Nice feed down low to McNeese as she puts it in. She averages 12 points per game, and Tori Johnson calls an early timeout.
I tell you what, Al, if the young kids are watching this, that was perfect breaking a full court press. They got the ball down the court in 2 passes for a layup.
Take a look at the replay right here. Harbaugh sends it across, they feed it in. Nice ball movement. As you say, Coach, no one really bounced it. It was all passing.
It was all passing.
You gotta love that. I know from your coaching experience.
Anytime that you can fast break and get the ball down the court with no dribbles, more power to you. You've really seen the open man getting down the court. And to justify all that, good for the girls that are running down the court, and they were rewarded with a layup. I imagine Tori, Coach Johnson is telling them, we just settle down. You know, this is a very experienced team. We're staying right there with them. We need to just execute, execute, execute.
Good shot of Coach Carla Beer right there. Yellow Jackets went to 7 Final Fours in a row. As we talked about in the Open, they lost in the Sweet 16 last year to Helena. She told me they're kind of on a road to redemption. I said, you mean you have some unfinished business, Coach? She said, yeah, I guess you could put it that way.
You know, Carla was a great player at McGill.
Right.
And she went from there to LSU and had a great career there and went to the NCAA tournament 3 times.
Baker gets it across the timeline. Putting it up. Haley Lindsay caroms off. Paris Richardson with the rebound.
McKinney is very active underneath.
And Richardson hits the 3 for the Lady Hornets.
These are 2 very well-coached teams. Now, you just have to be able to find the open girls when they're down the court. And, you know, there's no shot clock, so you're able to see the whole court and just take your time. Nice break, back cut.
Easy basket right there for E.C. Harbaugh. I'm sorry, Lucy Cox will check that as she gets another basket for the Lady Yellow Jackets. Turnover on the play, Baker basketball.
Everything right now is going through the post. You know, even the college teams. It seems like the older players or the older coaches go inside out, the new coaches penetrate and pitch and shoot threes.
And speaking of shooting threes, Coach Bear was telling me on the line when I talked to her the other day, that's something she's kind of starting to embrace. She sent her girls to a 3 camp over the summer. She said, we're shooting a bit more of them, but, you know, we're not going to rely on it. Nice bucket down low by Samantha Burrows.
There it is, those post girls are working really well together. That's the 3rd bucket that they've gotten with a high-low.
Burrows checks in at 5'10". She's a senior, but she has a younger sister who's an 8th grader who's 6 feet. We may see her tonight as well during the ball game. Baker retains possession off of that loose ball.
Yeah, they said that they were going to try and get her as many minutes as they can in all the games because they see the future is there with her. An 8th grader.
8th grader.
Playing varsity ball, that's something.
And at 6 feet.
Yeah.
There's definitely a future.
Oh, very nice.
Pass interrupted by Haley Lindsay of the Hornets. She broke that up.
Got back with vision, was able to see the ball. For you young ones, when you're going down the court and getting back on defense, know where the ball is.
Checking in for the Lady Hornets, number 1, Abby Kilgore. Right at 3 minutes left here in the first quarter. Hornets down 8 points to McGill.
Well, they've changed to a 2-1-2 now from their down in 3 quarters.
Kilgore almost passed it. She thought about it and gets it to Tia Byers as she uses her size to get down low on the post and score.
You know, both teams are doing a great job of getting the ball inside.
And Baker's hanging tough. Only down 6 right now to as we'll call it locally here in town, I'm going to say a blue blood here, the McGill-Toolen Lady Yellow Jackets.
They've got some young girls in there playing. They've got some older kids. There's high-low wide open again.
Albany Dixon driving and shoots and scores.
Very nice.
She's a 5'10" sophomore for the Lady Yellow Jackets.
She comes to our classroom that we do skill development with, her and her brother who's playing junior college ball now, Alistair Dixon. There she is again, good defense. Albany.
And a turnover. McGill pushing it up the floor.
Get back on defense by Baker.
As they get it back to Lindsay Cox. Her twin, Lucy Cox, has been lighting it up so far tonight. Good ball movement.
Bam.
And there it is. Another right there. Right on cue. A 3 from Cox.
They're going to move that ball around. They got it going inside scoring. They're going outside scoring. And with the 3-point shooters they got, they're going to have to close out hard on those 3-point shooters.
Stolen by the Yellow Jackets. Cox's shot, her twin sister Lindsay scores it, and they extend the lead to 13 as we approach 70 seconds left here in the first quarter.
Like I said at the start out, they're going to have to take care of the pressure because McGill is changing defenses on them. Nice rebound.
We're going to have a foul down low on McGill.
Kenny should be going to the free throw line.
Looks like they're going to call it on Jade Dempsey as McGill, her first foul, team first foul. So it does place McKinney on the line.
Baker free throws.
And this is the first.
You know, even though it's 23-10, Baker seems like it's closer than that. They can't let it get away.
That is the key. Yeah. You know, you lose a turnover here, McGill scores. You lose a turnover there, McGill scores. Next thing you know, you're down 4, 5, 6 more points as McKinney misses both. But on a night like tonight, you're going to have to make them from the charity stripe. You know, work yourself in the game.
She's shooting 91% from the free throw line.
Look at there. Yep.
You just never know.
Trying to feed it in down low. Bailey Smith, and no one is home for the Yellow Jackets. Let's see if it went off. It must have went off a Lady Hornet because it's going to remain with McGill.
Yeah, it went off to a bias.
Down low, the Lady Jackets feeding it in to Burrow. She cannot connect. Let's see if Baker will hold this for the last shot. Down 13. They try to go down to Abby Kilgore, and they throw it away. That's a costly turnover right there. You give the ball back to the Lady Yellow Jackets. They can run it out and score here at the end.
And now they got running for point guard for McGill, Anna McCarron, the sophomore. Good young kids coming up. Both McGill has a very good program. They don't have a team, they have a program. They've got young kids coming up to feed them every year. Now she's getting ready to use
Over the top, no good for Dixon. 2 seconds, they have to heave it down court. And at the end of one, McGill's on top 23-10 in our season opener for the MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week.
Answers, mcpss.com. Whether it's attendance zones, school calendar, lunch menus, or registration information that you are looking for, you can find it right here, mcpss.com. You can also get the latest news and district-wide calendar information, and it's just a click away. So when you need to know, and you need to know right now, check us out, mcpss.com.
This is a program for any middle school student who's actually behind. This opportunity offers kids a chance to do 2 grades in 1 year.
If it wasn't for Star Academy, I would still be in 8th grade and probably still struggling.
We are one-on-one. We have small classrooms, and we're able to give students that personal touch, that personal attention.
I know I'm coming to see good teachers, good attitude, and also they're here to teach us what we need to learn.
At Mobile County Public Schools, we are learning today and leading tomorrow. And right now, McGill is leading 23-10 over Baker. Coach, in our season opener for the basketball season here, both of these teams have played some games, but it's our first time calling the action this season.
That's exactly right. Both teams, McGill being 9-1, and Baker being 1-7. So, you know, it's 2 teams at the end of the spectrum here that one has got experience and one doesn't have experience. Anna McCarron just penetrating and pitching.
McGill-Toolen pretty much doing that same thing. They're going to call it a tie-up on the floor. The possession is going to remain with McGill.
Haley Lindsay did a really good job of stopping that drive to the hole with a jump ball.
Nice feed down low, but no good as the Lady Hornets get the rebound. Kilgore picked her dribble up a little too quick, Coach. Just crossed the timeline, but it's beneficial. McGill taps it. Baker gets it back, but look, it's back to the Yellow Jackets again.
And it started with a block shot by Albany Dixon.
All thrown away. We have a timeout on the floor. Since we have a timeout right here, it looks to be 30-second timeout. We'll take a look at our first quarter stats if we're able to get those up at this break right here. It looks like Tori Johnson has made a quick call, Coach, for a timeout, 30-second timeout.
They've been into this quarter for about 2 minutes now, and nobody scored. So the defense has picked up. I imagine a few of the girls are getting a little tired, so all that's going to start kicking in during the game. The advantage that McGill has, they're going to come at Baker with 10 or 11 girls, where Baker is going to be playing 8 or 9, or maybe not even that many, 7 or 8.
So I think that's smart. You get the end of the quarter break, call a quick timeout right here, kind of reassure them, calm them down, tell them, hey, we're not out of it. As you mentioned in the first quarter, you just don't want it to get away too early.
You can't get away. You can't. They're hanging in there. They've got to take care of the ball. They can't let these traps bother them. They're trapping at the wings, good ball movement down.
McKinney tried to shoot it, and she is fouled on the play. Looks like that call's going to go on Bailey Smith, her first foul, and the second team foul for McGill.
Got to make free throws.
You're right, she missed her first 2.
Oh my God.
That's 3 in a row.
She just missed the gym. She needs to settle down.
Have to be calm. They probably just need a few more of their Hornet hooligans in the stands across the way to kind of cheer on. That's what they're probably
But
missing, Coach.
you know what? And she backboards it.
And
A
she
free throw.
backboards it and makes it in.
Well, let me say this. She's only shooting 14%, 1 for 7 for the year. So
From the line.
she's not a great free throw shooter.
You see Harbaugh almost caught down there in the paint for three, but she got rid of it. And we have a foul against Baker.
That's surprising that they called that a foul. I thought that was going to be a good defense on Baker's part.
Thinking they'll call that on Haley Lindsay.
The difference in this score right now, which is going to be 14 points, that out of their 24, 26 points, I guarantee you 16 of them are inside high-lows like that.
Easy steal right there for the Yellow Jackets. That pass was floated at the line and draining it for the Yellow Jackets.
McKenzie, I think that was McKenzie that
Looked like McNeese, Anna Reed McNeese, hit it right from the charity stripe. And that's an example of the easy bucket.
Yeah.
Nice dribble and drive by Lindsay, but she couldn't finish it.
Nice save.
And
Nice
McKinney
save.
picks it up off the floor, off the back of the glass to bank it in.
Give credit to Haley Lindsay. She's the one that went out of bounds to get that ball and kick it back into her to score.
Lead is still 14 for the Lady Yellow Jackets.
I tell you what, you better get on all of those girls, because if they get that gleam in their eye, they're going to jack a three. And guess what? They can shoot threes.
They can. Turnover goes to Baker.
Carla told me today that her girls have the green light if they feel like that they can make a three, because they work on them every day in practice. You young players, that's what you've got to do. You want to shoot threes, you don't want to just shoot threes, you want to make threes. Practice them every day.
Myers tries to work out that double team, and she is fouled on the play. Lindsay Cox with the foul, picks up her first. Third team foul for McGill.
Coach Berry down there, I love watching her on the sidelines. She's a little bit old school now, but I guarantee you one thing, her heart is into it for these girls. And if your daughter goes there to a lot of these schools, they're going to come out a basketball player. There's high-low again and
down
out.
low, they kick
Very
it back
nice.
out. Harbaugh shoots it, and she's going to get 3 shots at the line as Jesslyn Kellen picks up her first foul.
That's a cardinal sin. Cardinal sin. Free throw shooting has been real good on either team tonight. To win close games, you got to make free throws, especially late in the game.
Have to. One more shot coming up here.
I've got a ponytail. I've got a ponytail in the way of a number.
Is it at the line or something?
Yeah.
Yes. So she hits 1 out of 3.
Yeah. Kellum is also, she's only shooting 50% from the free throw line. She's 8 out of 16, so that's about par right now for her.
Loose ball on the floor. They're going to call tie up. I believe it should be Baker's ball on possession. And it is.
15-point difference, 28 to 13, with 4 minutes to go till half.
Gill continuing to apply the pressure. They get it in to Harris Richardson. And look at that double team, and Cox just steals it right out of her hand.
Yeah, Richardson, the one thing you don't want to do, especially if a team is trapping you, you can't dribble and pick the ball up. You got to get away from it, you got to retreat, you got to be able to pass the ball, but you cannot dribble and pick the ball up. Nice backboard. Nice rebound.
Bucket is off. Richardson bringing it up. And she comes across the timeline. Approaching the halfway point of the second quarter. Another steal by the Lady Yellow Jackets. Nice way to duck out the way for Harbaugh as she scores.
I love to see When you play good defense, you're rewarded at the other end with the easy bucket. Nice spin move.
Nice spin move.
Very nice.
And count the basket for Lindsay Cox. And she is fouled on the play.
What a
Haley
great
Lindsay
move.
picks up her second foul.
Spin move it. If I'm not wrong, I think she laid it up with her left hand.
I believe she did. And she makes the free throw.
Right now, again, it's a 20-point lead right now. They just got to take care of it. She dribbled too far in and boom, right to the trap.
High up again on the floor, so the possession should go to McGill. Coach, if I think about it, it was only a 13 or 14-point lead to go in real time, maybe 5 minutes, but now it has expanded to a 20-point lead just that quick.
And there was 4 turnovers in between all that. So turnovers are bad. That's the quickest way when I was coaching to get to the bench is to turn the ball over, especially if you do it a couple times.
That's how you earn your pine time.
Pine time.
Down low, they go to Burrows. She steps back out.
Oh.
It didn't
And
fall
another
for her,
rebound.
but a great rebound and a putback by the Lady Yellow Jackets. Madison Coleman with that putback gets her first points of the ball game. That was almost a double dribble right there.
It was.
By
Right place at the right time. Here comes 3 new girls in.
Juliana McKinney drives in, cannot score. As we approach 3 minutes left here in the first half. McGill pretty much in control of this ball game. Baker had opportunities to kind of stay in it close, but you hit it right on the head, Coach. The turnovers are the killer.
Yeah, and actually, Baker just got through doing the same thing, trapping the ball in the corner, and it almost caused McGill to turn the ball over.
Lucy Cox going to inbound here for the Lady Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, Anna McCarron with the ball. She does a very good job of running the team. Just a sophomore.
McGill just passing, moving, taking their time, looking for that high percentage shot, and looking to go down low as well. Little crossover right there from McCarron.
Nice
And she does feed it down low. They kick it back out once again. No basket foul on the floor. That's going to be on Madison Jones. That should be 3 on her, Coach. She's going to head back to the bench.
And that's just another semi-dagger because they need, she was doing a good job.
Right. She's 5'10", kind of plays forward center for them. They need her on the floor.
See, right now there's no pressure on the ball. She can just look around and pass the ball wherever she wants to.
She'll go breaks through, I'm sorry. Mia Nora broke through the screen, but pass is errant. Stays with McGill at 2:18 remaining here in the first half. Al Weedy, Coach Ronnie Arrow. The action coming to you from Daniel Bumpers Gymnasium on the campus of Baker High School. We are live inside of the MCPSS Sports Central, broadcasting the game, and a nice turnaround jumper right there.
Samantha
Ladies Yellow Jackets.
Samantha Burrows, I tell you what, boy, she has a soft touch, and she gets position inside for, she had a shooter's touch. It banged around about 3 times while it went in.
It paid off right there as you saw it.
Here it is again, pressure.
Almost a turnover, but a foul committed on the play.
I'm going to tell you what, there's some very good young players coming up in this town. If you like high school basketball, you need to get out and watch them. As you'll see in this second game, I don't know if it's ever happened before, but right now we have the #1 scorer in the nation, not in Alabama, but in the nation,
period.
in the Barron Phylum.
He's coming up next. There's a shot at David Armstrong, the head coach.
He was
The
relaxing
Baker
up
Hornets,
there.
walking down the stairs right there. Probably wanted to make sure all the fans coming out tonight are well taken care of. They've got the drinks and popcorn and concessions. In the lane right there with the shot, Madison Coleman does not drop. Approaching 1 minute.
You know, the thing about it is that they are getting the ball inside. And very nice shot.
Nice 3 by Nia Nord to Baker. but McGill still in control, 37-16 as we approach halftime. Under 1 minute remaining here in the first half. Ball goes out of bounds, so Baker gets it back. Maybe they can kind of inch closer here, Coach.
Yeah, if they can make a little bit of a run here and get a little respectable before halftime.
Take a look at this three right here by Nia Nora. Glasses and all, and she drains it.
Very nice.
He feed it down low to Tia Byers, and she's fouled.
They need to go more inside to Tia Byers. When she gets it in there, she is able to do some things. And she does a good job of passing it out also.
Another three by Nora, rims out. Let's see if McGill's going to play for the last shot right here.
26 seconds to go. They're showing discipline. Carla must have said one shot.
A foul on the play committed by Madison Coleman of McGill.
That was off the ball.
So it goes over to Baker, see if they'll get the last shot to go in
12 seconds.
for the Lady Hornets. They're all on Nia Nord right now. She gets it back over to Jesslyn Kellum. Kellum looking for help, tries to feed it in. And Carla Berry and the Lady Yellow Jackets are going to take it to the locker room with a 37-16 first half lead. Coach, quick thoughts about the first half.
Quick shot, there's two things.
We'll be back with that. We're going to take a break and come back and give you a little halftime action. You're watching the MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week.
Mobile County Public Schools, the place that has it all. We have 90 schools that include rural, urban, and suburban schools of various sizes. We are also home to Alabama's first public school. We welcome you to come join our winning team. Our district is led by the 2020 Superintendent of the Year, Mr. Cressel D. Threadgill. Our teachers are leaders in their profession who are afforded numerous professional development opportunities. Our principals are collaborators and encouragers. Our schools are leading in innovation and instruction. And most importantly, our students who are learning today, leading tomorrow, are simply the best. If you want to live in a historically rich city near beautiful beaches with superb Southern hospitality, we invite you to come teach with the best, Team MCPSS.
There's a lot to like about Mobile County Public Schools.
What I enjoy about Mobile County School is the extra attention my teachers give us to help us learn.
Teachers are liking their access to technology, and students are liking the quality of their education.
I like the technology that's been incorporated into my education.
And since 1826, you have trusted us to prepare your child for their future, and we like that. Mobile County Public Schools. We are learning today, leading tomorrow.
We welcome you back to the MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week. Al Wheaton, Coach Ronnie Arrow, as we are live in the MCPSS Sports Central location. All the action taking place right there at Daniel Bumper's Gymnasium. Coach, thoughts about the first half?
Well, what we talked about at the beginning of the game, number one, we knew that McGill was going to come at Baker with a lot more horses.
Right.
They're playing 10 or 11 girls, and I think Baker's playing like 6 or 7 or 8 girls. So they're wearing down a little bit. They were doing a good job of taking care of the ball. McGill was running a diamond 3/4 trap, and then they went back to a 2-1-2 trap. And the girls from Baker was just sort of dribbling into the trap and they were getting in trouble. They cannot turn the ball over. If you look at the stats, you're going to see probably somewhere between 14 and 18 turnovers. Entirely too much. Any time you turn the ball over, it takes away from scoring. And that's right now, the ability to score is one of the things that Baker has to do. On the other side, you have Mobile, McGill, that are actually getting the ball inside and they're killing them inside.
They are. They're working that inside-outside game.
If it was me, I would put our post girls in front and make them lob over us and help from the backside. But that's just me. And I'm sure Coach Johnson is having some words, but you can't. They're burying them underneath. They're getting, once they go high-low, they're getting a 1-foot shot.
Let's take a look at the stats here from the first half. As a matter of fact, we'll get them put up. As the score right there, 37-16. The indicators, free throws, 1 for 4 for Baker, 3 for 6 for McGill. And three-pointers, Baker edges them out, 3-2. The rebounding, we saw a lot of that going on for McGill with 7 rebounds, but we don't have the turnover. But I'm with you, Coach. We pretty much know that unfortunately Baker lost that turnover battle. I'm sorry, they won that turnover battle.
You know, you look at the score and you see how unbalanced it is, but if you just take the turnovers away, the stats right there show that it's pretty even.
Pretty even. Field goals, 5 for 13 for Baker, but 16 for 25 for McGill-Toolen. We talked about it, that inside-outside as they worked it down to Burrows. Early on, Lucy Cox was kind of leading the show, but they brought Burrows in, they brought Bailey Smith in, and then Anna Reed McNeese started to go off for the Lady Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, they started getting some offensive rebounds also and putting back, which added to, if you look at where they are scoring from, and if you mark down where the girls are, it's like 4 or 5 feet from the hole.
Yeah.
You know, they have hit
very
some
high percentage.
Very high. And Mark, that's a good coach, and Carla does a great job of pinning inside, and the guards getting it in there. It doesn't matter. You can pin all day. The guards don't throw it in there.
That's true.
They ain't going to pin too much longer.
All right, we'll take a break and we'll come back. Before we get ready for the second half, we'll ask Coach Arrow, what does he think needs to take place for Baker to get back in this ball game and for McGill to remain on top? Don't move. You're watching the MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Ayla, hi.
Oh, hi, Sierra. How are you?
Good. How are things?
Things couldn't be better.
What do you mean?
Well, I just started this new job as a school teacher with the Mobile County Public Schools, and it has been a life changer. Great benefits, the hours are great, and great students. Just overall, it's a great opportunity.
Oh, wow, that sounds great. I'm going to look into that.
You should.
For more information, visit mcpss.com/job opportunities.
It was just like an extension of home.
Bishop give you that outlet to give you a career, a successful career.
We're doing some great things at Bishop State. Keep an eye on us.
If you're looking for fun, fashionable, and affordable jewelry, it's here. It's Paparazzi. We have a variety of colors and styles of bracelets, rings, necklaces, and earrings for all occasions and for every event. New styles are added daily, which means you are always up to date with the latest fashion. For that genuine bling, join me, Charmaine Watson, the real jewelry lady, on Facebook Live Sunday through Thursday at 7 p.m. It's cute, it's fun, it's fashion, it's $5, it's Paparazzi.
A teacher is one of the biggest investors in a community.
They impact the lives of those we value the most.
Teachers share knowledge which helps shape and mold our future leaders.
Teachers show direction and help build a sense of purpose.
Are you ready to make a change? For more information on teaching opportunities, teacher incentives, or to apply with the Mobile County Public Schools, log on to www.mcpss.com.
My name is Harshini. I'm a junior at Davidson High School, and after graduation, I plan on pursuing a career in dermatology. Currently, I'm taking science classes such as AP Chemistry, Biology, and Human Anatomy, which will help me pursue my career. I feel as though Mobile County is preparing me for my career choice and that they provide rigorous classes that help me think further beyond just what I'm learning. I'm Parshini Cannon, a junior at Davidson High School, and I'm learning today so I can be a leader tomorrow.
If you look at the numbers, Mobile County Public Schools is making great strides. With more than 53,000 students, 7,000 employees, and 90 schools, we are consistently increasing our 4-year graduation rate and our first-class pre-K program. We continue to strive for national recognition and continue to prepare our students for the global workforce. And we do all of this with one goal in mind, to equip and empower college and career-ready graduates. Mobile County Public Schools. We're learning today, leading tomorrow.
Welcome to LaFleur High School, where we are committed to graduating students that are college and career ready. We look forward to seeing you for a campus visit soon.
We welcome you back to the MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week. Al Wheaton, Coach Running Arrow. Coach, as we get ready to go into the third quarter, what does Baker need to do to try to get back into this ball game?
Well, the number one thing, they need to move the ball faster than what they're doing. They're holding the ball too long. They're allowing the different guards from McGill to trap them. When they get trapped, they're either getting deflections or they're getting steals and going down and scoring. They must move the ball and not get trapped. Yeah. Penetrate and pitch, but don't stand, take 2 dribbles and pick the ball up. If you're a young player and you're seeing that, don't do it. Retreat, get away, do something, pass the ball and cut. Pass and cut. Do not allow them to trap you.
Now, I know we rarely ask you this. McGill's up 21 points. What do they do? What do they not need to do to lose this game?
Well, I tell you what they are going to do, and if they don't, they probably won't be in the game, is keep going high-low.
Okay.
It's killing them inside, but they're getting good ball movement. They're making threes when they can, but the biggest thing, their inside game is killing Baker.
It is, it is, it is. Shot right there, Lady Hornets, and there's a shot right there of the McGill-Toolen Lady Yellow Jackets on top, 37-16 right now.
And when they get the ball inside to Burroughs and McNeese on high lows and stuff, you can mark it up as being 2 points. And they are well tutored in doing that.
Second half about to start right here at Daniel Bumper's Gymnasium. Baker's going to inbound this ball as they have Kellum, Richardson, also Byers on the floor to start off here in the
start off with a turnover.
Second half, and start off with the turnover. Very good observation there, Coach.
They started, she did drive, but she got too close to pitch the ball. Now Baker's man-to-man.
Lindsey Cox gets it over to Anna Reed McNeese, and she banks it home.
Yeah. Good ball movement.
As you can see, Coach Carla Berry kind of shouting like, yeah. Starting off the second half where they picked up, where they left off in the second quarter. Quick steal.
Nice spin.
Nice spin
move and an offensive rebound from McGill.
That's a 3, and it is drained by the Lady Yellow Jackets. Lindsey Cox, she shoots 42% from 3.
The Cox Bombers. Let's see how far she brought it up. Very nice, getting it inside, backside, and shot. She should have taken a shot outside.
Tia Byers with the rebound, gets another rebound, but it finally gets home.
That time it was good they didn't call a foul.
Right.
The second effort and third effort got her 2 bucks.
A lot of determination right there showed by Byers.
Tell you what, I really like the way there's high-low again, and I guarantee you, they talked about high-low, Baker did, and they're not, I hope that they're not going to allow just boom, boom inside. That time she was 3/4 and knocked the ball away. You either got a front or you got a 3/4, one of the two, or they're going to get killed inside again this half.
McGill has to decide who they want to inbound the ball. It's Lucy Cox. Right down low as she gets it into Anna Reed McNeese.
She's having a field day inside also. a senior, so she needs to have a big year for it. And
Lindsay loses it. Nice steal.
again,
Easy bucket for Lindsay Cox.
defense leading the offense. I love it.
And she is fouled on the play. Count the basket. I'm going to call that one on Paris Richardson.
And believe me, when I say that they can't turn the ball over, they don't need to be turning the ball over. The girls don't want to turn the ball over.
Right.
It's just something that they have to respond to. And I guarantee you they'll be working on it in practice for not dribbling in two traps, passing that ball before they have a chance to trap it.
Check that foul. It was called on Haley Lindsay, her second, as Cox makes the free throw.
A 78% free throw shooter. Tell you what, the Cox's parents must be really proud of having two girls playing varsity ball at a very good team.
Craven called on Byers, or as we call it old school, up and down. And she went up with no shot attempted. Turnover. Easy turnover for the Yellow Jackets as they bring it across the timeline. Here's a three. And it is way off by Lucy Cox.
Missed the gym on that one.
As you said,
Onside
Coach,
rebound.
missed
Missed the gymnasium.
Rebounded by Byers. He's going to feed
Nice.
it down to her. She tries to bounce pass to McKinney, and they finally capture it, but they're still working it, trying to get a shot. Richardson's forced to the corner. Not a good place to be as their shot is blocked. And look who's coming up the court. Lindsay Cox pushing it.
McGill, they were swarming on defense. They had good backside rotation when the girl drove and came over to help stop penetration. Then they had back rotation when they tried the ball, and McGill picked it off. Let's see if they can get some more ball movement.
Go back to Byers down low. And her shot.
Good execution. Good
She's fouled on the play. McNeese picks up her first foul of the ball game. It's going to send Byers to the line, shooting for the Lady Hornets. She's 43.8% from the line, and misses the first one.
Yeah, going into the game, she was 7 for 16 for, like you said, 43.
Trying to get in and misses the second. Kind of bounces around like a pinball right there.
When they do work a good shot and get a good shot and get fouled, you got to make the free throws.
Working it back over to Cox.
Now they're always looking inside. Good ball movement. Look inside, pass, cut. Very good defense.
Ball knocked away by Tia Byers. Going to remain with McGill. You can see him trying to work it down low to Burrows, but McKinney with some good defense fronting her to kind of keep it away.
When McGill catches it, their first deal, they're looking inside. Second
Nice
is
screen right
just
there.
to drive.
And it pays off as McNeese hits the bucket. She set the screen. They went right back to her, and she drained it.
She is. She's averaging 12 points a game, and she's definitely going to have that tonight.
Over to McKinney, back to Byers. They tried to. It wasn't a crisp pass. You got it. If you're going to go in low, you got to go in with authority. Make sure you pass it. Turn over to McGill. The Lady Yellow Jackets all in control right now, 49-18. Over Baker. Coach Berry up off the bench. He's not happy with something. They kick it out to Lindsay Cox. She drives, penetrates. Lays it off.
It surprised me she missed that. She got all the way to the home. But look at her running to get back on defense.
That's right.
Good for her. All you young players, see, if you mess up, then don't compound it by standing around. Get back down, get a steal, get a deflection, play defense.
Full timeout call by Coach Tori Johnson of the Lady Hornets as she wants to talk to them. Down 49-18. Your eyes are not deceiving you, Coach Arrow. That is our score right now.
That is our score. And, you know, again, I know Coach Johnson, she's used to winning. When she was at Fairhope, she had a great program there. When I say a program, some places have teams each year. They don't have anybody replacing the ones that are graduating. When you have a program, you have young kids coming up to replace what you might graduate. And at Fairhope, she had that. Again, last year, got beat in the regionals, was 20-5. And just a good coach. She's going to have some growing pains.
Yeah, she'll have some challenges here, but you know, it's her first year trying to get the girls together, you know.
And only have 2 girls back from last
That's right.
year's team that their record last year was not of the best either.
Well, it's a challenge. As she started the year off, she told me 4 of the girls from last year's team, they've departed to other schools. So the cupboards were somewhat bare. She's had to pull up some of the kids from freshman and JV to actually fill out a squad. So it's going to be a challenge for Coach Johnson, but I think she's up to it. She's been coaching about 21 years. So this is nothing new to her.
She's no rookie. She knows what it's all about, what she's got to do to where it doesn't keep happening anymore.
Pressure from the Yellow Jackets. They get the steal.
Nice play.
Trying to get the payoff with the point. That's a 3 right there from Cox as she drains it. That's Lindsay Cox, the other Cox twin. And pretty much, as you said, it's the Cox show tonight.
You know, what started that was Hannah McCarron had a fast break, and she didn't have it, and she passed out so that they could get it. Here she is again, finding the open person.
Back to Lindsay Cox again, back-to-back buckets for the Lady Yellow Jackets as they extend their lead.
I don't know the stat for this, but probably 60–65% of the points that McGill is getting is because of their off their defense.
I'd agree with that. Tip, and we have a foul being called against McGill. Looks like Albany Dixon's picked up a 3rd.
Tell you what, Albany and Anna McCarron have been to our classroom that we do skill development with, and they're nice, sound players, young players.
Richardson's shot, Karen's out, no good. As McCarron brings it across the timeline.
You see the difference, there's no pressure on the ball, like what McGill's doing to Baker. Baker's not giving back, and a lot of that has to do with they've been out there, some of those girls have been out there a long time, and they're getting a little tired.
They are. We talked about it right now. Baker has only 8 players. Take a look at our officials tonight, Daryl Jordan and the rest of the crew. Only 8 players on the bench because they have 1 player out with ACL. So that would give them 9. So, you know, the rotation is pretty short on the bench right there for Coach Johnson. There's only so many folks she can go to the well with.
Yeah, and when she looks down there, there's not but 2 girls with experience from last year.
There's 1,
She's
2,
playing
3, 4 freshmen on the Baker team.
That's what I was just going to say. When you go with, you know, 1, maybe 2 freshmen, when you go with 4 freshmen, you're building for the future.
Turnover there by McGill, goes back to Baker. Approaching 2 minutes left in the 3rd quarter.
I can take this right now. Carla will not run any score up on purpose. She's a competitor, but she also respects other coaches and other programs.
Steal right there by McCarron.
And that's she's had 2 deflections that led to other ones getting points, and that time she stole the ball, went in for a layup herself.
Easy work right there from McCarron and the Lady Yellow Jackets.
And hold the ball, get it penetrate. There we go.
Lindsay with the shot. Nothing but air right there, so it's going to go over to McGill.
She's one that hopefully she's a junior, going to get good experience this year.
Right.
Give Coach Johnson a good team and some good kids coming back for next year.
Down low, in and out. That 3 no good from McCarron. And she was fouled in the play.
You know, what makes it so good, when the ball goes inside, they've got girls that can score inside, but they're not selfish. That time it went in to Albany, and she passed it back out for that 3.
Mia Nord picks up her first foul of the ball game. The inbound it to McCarron.
Very nice.
He goes
Get
down
up
low.
there.
The Lady Hornets collapse, and they call a tie-up on the floor for McGill's basketball. So Lady Hornets still showing some defense and determination here.
I think Anna McCarron, on that one, she had the shot. She should have taken the 3.
Quick bucket put in by McGill.
That was by Albany Dixon. Very nice out of bounds play growing up.
to McKinney, and she's brought down to the floor, I believe, with Madison Coleman.
They're just right there, that good ball movement, and then one girl will hold it too long. If she'd have gone back out, it would have been an open shot.
Here's the replay right here.
See, pass, pass. Now get it out of there again. See, that they wait too long, you can't bet. You can't just hold the ball when you get in trap.
Working it outside, shot, banks it in. Haley Lindsay with the three.
She's shooting 41% from the floor, 9 for 22.
Under 45 seconds here, a foul on the play. Lindsay picks up her third. 3 team fouls for Baker.
You know, that's what you like to see on a team. All the girls on the bench have played, and you've got new ones out there playing. That brings the spirit up for everybody.
Missed shot by McGill. 30 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. And I agree, that was a charge right there. Lindsay's going to pick up her fourth offensive foul against her.
Did a little Euro step inside there. I didn't know if it was going to be called a charge or not.
But I think she applied the ABS brakes too late, Coach. Kind of out of control, unfortunate for the young lady.
I wish they would have a rerun of this. That was perfect, to drive and pin inside by Dixon and high-low again.
That's 4 on Albany, according to my books.
Well, being up 58-21, she needs to just stay in there and battle through it. If she fouls, just play hard.
Kellum over to Kilgore, back to Kellum, back to Kilgore.
Look how active their zone is.
That defense is quite active.
Yeah, it's very active.
Hands up. Right there.
Hands up on the ball, putting pressure on the ball.
Shot rims out right at the buzzer from Anna McCarron. The lead is 58-21 after 3. McGill all in control in this ball game. Welcome you back to the MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week. Here are the statistics through 3 quarters. Coach, what are your observations there?
Well, first of all, McGill's getting twice as many shots, and that's because of the turnovers. The three-point shooting, Baker is actually shooting 4 out of 5, and McGill 3 out of 7. So they're hanging with 3 points. But again, it's the turnovers, and it's give credit to McGill. Their defense is exceptional.
It really is.
Whether they're in man or whether they're in zone. But, you know, when you're this far up, they can be out pressure and play. They're falling back in the 2-3 zone. Like I said, Carla's not going to try and run the score up on anybody. Nice ball movement.
The buyer right at the free throw line. Cha-cha slides. You got to get rid of that thing. Put it call 3 seconds or something on it. Shot caroms off by Mia Nord, but there's the rebound. Oh, it gets away from Byers, but she gathers it back. I thought they would have called a double dribble. Maybe she hadn't gained complete control, but a foul being called against McGill. That's their 3rd team foul. I believe that may have been against Lindsay Cox. There'd be 2 on her.
Yeah, McKinney wasn't bashful getting that three-pointer up there.
No, she was not.
Jacked that one from the hip.
Traveling against Baker. Another turnover, Coach.
That's a stat that I'm sort of glad is not up there.
That's something they're going to have to work on. I'm sure Coach Johnson will be teaching some fundamentals and some things to work better during the ball games here, but turnovers are a killer.
It really is, and again, Albany just turned down another shot. She hesitated, and put the ball on the floor.
Rebound by Byers. No, they're going to call it possession on the floor, but the arrow goes to Baker, so it'll be their ball after the possession arrow.
58-21 with 6 minutes to go in the fourth quarter.
Something you shared, Coach, on that last break. Crowd starting to filter in for the LeBaron Fallon show coming up next. The nation's leading scorer at 42.3 points a game. You can kind of see those Hornet hooligans starting to fill in on the far side over there.
And we can't see this side, but that other side is filling up nicely.
Right.
As well it should be. These are two rival schools in McGill and Baker. And when you have the #1 scorer in the nation, he's averaging 43 points a game. And the second one in the nation is 36 points a game.
Well, he's way out far in the league right there.
And he has the green light, but I tell you what, he's unselfish. He rebounds. He takes good percentage shots. It's not like he comes down and just takes bad shots and going to get his.
So we'll be seeing that game up next with the boys in action, McGill versus Baker. And the Lady Yellow Jackets just taking their time, as you said, Coach, pretty much passing around, trying to get the most high percentage shot. Coach Beard not trying to run up the score or anything. They are clearly in control and have been in control all night.
Right. Well, a game like this, you want to get everybody in. You don't want to get anybody hurt. You definitely don't want your starters in late in the game with being up this much. So give your young kids a chance to play. You got Dixon out there that's a sophomore. You got McCarron out there that's a sophomore getting valuable minutes.
Nice move right there, down low by Dempsey. So, Coach, in other words, you're saying this is one of those ball games that'll keep all the parents happy because all the kids down on the bench are going to get in tonight. Is that what you're saying, Coach Arrow?
Let's just say the coaches won't be getting any calls tonight from any of the parents.
Okay, there we go. There we go. Timeout call, 30-second timeout, I believe, attributed to Baker. So we're going to have a quick timeout to talk about things right now. Down 27 points, 60-23 is our score. Al Whedon, Coach Ronnie Arrow. We're live inside of the MCPSS Sports Central, bringing you the coverage from Daniel Bunker's Gymnasium, our first basketball contest of the season, working out pretty good so far. We're here in the Sports Central, and they're there on the court.
And they're there. And I was just going to say, Coach Johnson, what do you say when you're this far behind and you have a timeout? You've got about half of a quarter left. You just say, look, just play hard. You know, just take care of the ball and play hard. And let's just say we got better tonight, late in the game. Do not turn the ball over, and let's finish this game out.
If you're down in a situation like this, are you looking to, I want to get to a certain number? Do I want to get from at 23? Do I want to get to 35? Do I want to get to 40?
You will know. You just want your kids playing hard and doing the best that they can and get back and play defense till the very end.
Tie up on the floor. Looks like it's going to go over to McGill.
If you're a young team watching this game, watch and see the pressure that McGill is given in any of the defenses that they started out three-quarter trapping, then they went 2-1-2, half-court zone, then they went man. But no matter what they're in, there's pressure being applied.
Okay. Turnover. They are going to call a foul.
I'll say one thing, the officials have still got it under control. They're not just letting it, dribble on out the time. They're calling the game.
17 foul against McGill. More fouls committed so far in the second half on the 1-and-1.
That's the second time tonight. Baker's banked her three-pointer.
Banked it in.
That might be a new theory.
We'll know it makes the first.
As long as it goes in.
As long as it goes in, Coach.
Right.
I mean, they have the square up there for a reason, but as long as it goes in. Second caroms off.
Nice rebound by Albany. There's two sophomores right there that are going to be very good.
Albany 5'10" sophomore for the Lady Jackets. Nice feed down low, kind of put that elbow into Nord, as you saw.
Miss
Madison
Dixon.
Coleman.
and Miss Dixon is about 6'1", 6'2".
Right.
So Albany's got room. She's going to be growing some more. Again, a program. There is a program at McGill. They have young kids that will be replacing the seniors every year.
And this is the first. Well, the second opportunity at the line tonight. I'm sorry, in the second half here for McGill. So far, 1 for 2 from the line here. Misses both of them. And they get the rebound and put it back, so they get 2 the hard way, basically.
Albany was in the right place at the right time.
Crowd still starting to fill in for the boys game coming up next. Ladies continuing to play hard and leave it out. And that is banked in by Nia Nord. Once again, she banked one in earlier in the first half, Coach.
Hey, that's what it's up there for, the backboard, to bank it. Tell you what, Anna McCarron, she may not score, but she is so heady on knowing what to do with the ball, when to come off picks, when to set up somebody for a shot. She's going to be an outstanding point guard throughout her career.
Another turnover goes back to McGill as we are approaching 90 seconds here remaining in the ball game. Complete control and domination by the Lady Jackets. Something you could say we somewhat expected as we came into this ball game, because we, as you said, Coach, it's a program. It's not just a team. This is a program.
It's a program. And Coach Johnson, in the future, she'll have Baker back. She's not used to seeing this score.
Right.
She'll bring her winning ways to Baker. I might also say, you know, just ball players, ball players, ball players. 13 of the players at McGill, those JV and varsity, have a 3.0, and 9 of them have a 3.5.
Wow, that's huge. That is huge.
I don't know if they would accept me. I didn't have that high of a GPA. I couldn't play over there.
Traveling call on the play is Coach Arrow critiquing his educational recruitments.
Is that sort of like academic abilities?
Yeah. 30 seconds remaining here in the ball game as McGill's going to get this win tonight and improve to 10-1, opening up the action for us for the MCPSS basketball season. Tonight we're live at Daniel Bumpers Gymnasium. Coach Arrow and myself here at the MCPSS Sports Central, a new look this season. So we're enjoying the action and taking it in as well, as Anna McCarron just going to dribble this one down, Coach, for McGill to get the win tonight.
And that's a sign of a good point. She could have got it and drove in, tried to score again, but she's very smart, and she's going to be a fantastic point guard.
No need at all. So McGill gets the win 64-27, as the young ladies will go and show a good sign of sportsmanship and shake the hands and give the high five. Good shot right there of Coach Tori Johnson and Baker and her Baker Hornets.
I guarantee you she's thinking right now what she has to do to get this program going. It may not be tomorrow, it may not be, but this team will be better at the end of the year, and she'll get those young girls that she has coming up and make a program there like she did at Fairhope.
McGill gets the win 64-27. Don't know if we're going to have an opportunity to get the final statistics up before we depart. So we'll get them up right now before we break off from this ball game and take a break and then give you the boys game. Here are the final stats right there, Coach. Look at the field goals, 31 of 40 from McGill tonight.
Yeah, they shot, what, 22? Yeah, they shot almost double amount of shots from the field. And then, you know, both of them 3 for 7, 5 for 6 from the threes, 4 for 7, 2 for 8 from the free throw line for Baker, which isn't good. And then the rebounds, is that right?
I think that may be incorrect, 114, it may be 11, but also on the free throws, I have McGill at 6 for 9 tonight from the free throw line as well. But it was a complete domination, complete ball game for McGill tonight, 64-27 as they improved to 10-1. That's going to wrap it up for our first ball game for tonight as McGill gets the win. Coming up, the boys are going to be in action. We're going to take a little slight break as they get ready and warm up, but we'll join you momentarily. Don't go far away. Up next, we have the nation's leading scorer, LeBaron Fallon, and the Baker Hornets hosting McGill-Toolen Yellow Jackets. Don't move, more action headed your way.
Choices. In the Mobile County Public Schools, when it comes to your child selecting a high school or career path, we want them to have a choice. These opportunities and choices are available to all high school students through the Signature Academies program. The Academies of Mobile County Public Schools are small learning communities that afford students in 10th through 12th grade the opportunity to participate in real-world, hands-on assignments connecting to a specific career theme. Through these academies, students are offered college and career-ready opportunities such as paid internships, job shadowing, and worksite training, all under the leadership and teachings of business mentors. For the next half hour, I want to introduce you to several students who have either gone through the program or are currently enrolled in the Signature Academy program and take a look at how this program has helped shape, sculpted, and guided the students through their high school choices and into a career. As an adult, we have all been there, sitting face to face with a high school counselor, answering the question, what do you want to do in life? For many high schoolers, that question is now being answered much earlier and with much more confidence, thanks to the Signature Academies program offered by the Mobile County Public Schools. One of the newer programs that is being offered and attracting a lot of attention is dental studies, which is offered at Theodore High School through its Academy of Healthcare and Dental Assisting. When visiting the dentist office, it's usually the hygienist you will see for things such as cleaning and basic dental care. The dental assistant aids the dentist with a wide variety of patient care needs and performs laboratory duties at the dental office. They also assist the dentist at the chair side with patients, and these are just a few of the skills taught in the program at Theodore High School to help students prepare for a future beyond high school.
All right, to work on tooth number 29, I want everybody to go to tooth number 29.
This is the only school that actually has this program, so I was really excited to be like a part of something new. I was also just really interested in teeth all the time. I always used to look at people's smiles. So Mom's like, well, maybe it's meant to be. So I started, and it is so fun. I'm really glad I decided to be a part of this program.
Our dental program is actually very special at Theodore High School. We are the only school in the state of Alabama that has a dental program. So we're very proud of it, very thankful for Ms. Sheffield for actually starting the dental program here. She's had to go through a lot of work, go back to school, and get some different certifications, but we're very proud, very excited for everything that the Dental Academy is doing for our students.
If they want to pursue their career in dental assisting, this class helps them tremendously. It gives them such a huge head start. So you would want to hold your suction all the way in the back in the corner.
You learn the tools before you go out into the workforce. You learn how to do dental impressions, bleach trays, all kinds of stuff. So you're kind of like ahead of the game when you get into college.
That's what the academies are for our high school students to be able to get experience before they go into the real world, whether that be college or straight into a career. And our dental academy is helping our students like Victoria. She wants to be a dental hygienist. Well, she's getting all of that foreknowledge here in high school and not having, she may still have to take the classes in college, but she is going to be so far ahead of the other students. So major advantage for our students.
So we'll get in the lab, I'll introduce them to some tools that they'll be introduced in the dentist office. They learn how to take molds of the teeth, dental impressions, and for a dental assistant to take a really good dental impression, I'm sure you've been to the dentist, that's very important. So for a high school student, knowing how to do that, coming out of high school, that is a huge accomplishment to be able to take one and take a really good dental impression.
You always have to measure it exact to the third line because you did 3 scoops, okay? So if you did 2 scoops, line 2.
When they come to the door, they are capable of doing it. They have the opportunity to take impressions, see exactly what we're doing. We get to teach them even further. We show them x-rays. They get to learn about taking x-rays and chair-side assisting. I think that they're very capable when they come to the door, and I'm grateful for that.
I feel like I'm kind of in a job training, really, and so when I get out, I'll be able to do the things that I love and already know the knowledge about it.
Now, to see a program such as a dental program or a nursing program or even a pre-med program offered to high school students is not uncommon. And now joining me to talk about some of the healthcare options being offered within the Signature Academies program is Ms. Taria Moore. Thank you so much for talking with me today. And you are the health science supervisor for the school system, is that correct?
That is correct.
Wonderful. So what is health science and how can students enroll in these programs?
I'm glad you asked that question. The health science curriculum is designed for students in grades 10 through 12. We have programs at just about all of the high schools in Mobile County, as well as both career tech centers. We offer everything from nursing to pre-med, advanced health careers. In our therapeutic services pathway, we offer sports medicine, dental services, patient care tech, certified nursing assistant, anything that a student plans to pursue in post-secondary or in the area of healthcare, there's something for everyone.
So they're really able to get some hands-on experience. That's wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us today. So when we return after the break, we will introduce you to a program at Citronelle High School that is offered to the students exposed to advanced manufacturing industry with possibilities to make some big bucks.
At Mobile County Public Schools, we believe it starts with us. That's why we offer Signature Academies.
Hello, I'm Jordan Clark, and I'm in the Health Service Academy at John L. LaFleur Magnet High School. My future career is to be an obstetrician gynecologist. With this academy, I'm learning firsthand from people already working in the industry. Shadowing them on the job really makes me want to study hard and work harder towards my career goals.
Signature Academies are open to all students in Mobile County Public High Schools. Visit mcpss.com.
Hi, I'm Todd.
And I'm Terry, and we'd like to invite you to join us as we take a look at nature in ways that you've never seen before.
Come travel with us as we go coast to coast to uncover some of the most interesting animals.
And some of the most beautiful scenery that's offered outdoors.
You can join us on our nature adventures right here on the MCPSS TV network.
I believe my child's school is probably one of the best ones I could have picked in Mobile. She's in the PACE program. The teachers are phenomenal. The principal, couldn't ask for a better principal. The research that I had done myself, I believe the quality of education in Mobile County Public School System is excellent. For me and my child, I'm going to stick with the public school system. I think it's the way to go.
Hello and welcome back. Statistics have shown that about 75% of graduating high school seniors will attend college. For those students who decide not to attend, that is where these academies are making a difference by introducing them to various career options, thus helping them with a career readiness plan. To assist this plan, many area local businesses have stepped forward to offer job shadowing programs and internships, allowing students to learn firsthand about those careers that interest them.
I really didn't have a clue of what I wanted to do. Like any other high schooler, I didn't know where I wanted to go, what career I wanted to get into, and I really just started the internships just to have a summer job and maybe to get in with the right people, you know, and do do something different, but it actually helped me decide what I wanted to do.
Audit Company came to us with, they wanted 15 internships. They wanted a way to get into the community and start pulling those workers into the community, and they felt like an internship program was a great way to start that.
Well, for one, the money would be good for the summer, but then I also looked at the opportunities for, like, you know, maybe future employment or being able to save up enough money to go to college with. So I just went kind of blind into the program.
When you start looking at how this program develops the children and puts them straight into the workforce, into good paying jobs, and it allows these students to become full-time residents at Citronelle. It allows them to have the funds available to purchase homes here in our town. They're purchasing vehicles and they're making huge purchases that in turn affects the economics here in Citronelle.
To date, that has impacted this community to the tune of $1.5 million. So it has made a tremendous impact. Other businesses are watching what Audit Company are doing. They're watching how they're training these students for years, and then by the time these students graduate, they're ready to join the workforce.
With us going through the internship program, we already have the safety training, we already have experience, and we have mentors, we're constantly watched and we're constantly learning. We automatically have a better chance because we're familiar with the mill.
The Signature Academy has allowed our students here at Citronelle to learn skills and trades that they would, may have to go off to trade school or into college to get those skills, but they're able to get those right here at home. They're able to apply those skills right here in our community. When they apply those skills in our community, it in turn offers them opportunities for employment that they wouldn't otherwise have, and it's just really been a great asset to our community.
Now, Audit Company isn't the only business that has a detailed partnership with the Mobile County Public Schools. There is also the maritime and shipbuilding industry, with companies such as Huntington Ingalls Shipbuilding and Austal USA, forging partnerships as a means to hopefully add to their ever-growing workforce needs.
Every academy has a partner, and those partners have come on board to help our students become better. So one of the things that they wanted to do was allow our students to be able to go on the job and learn some of those experiences before they get out of high school.
We build aluminum vessels, and we partner with Williamson High School. Williamson High School is our maritime academy, and our goal is for Williamson High School to become pretty much the pipeline for us, for our future employees at Austal. We actually take them on to our ships so they can see firsthand the type of ships that we build and the types of ships that they'll be building if they decide to pursue a career at Austal. We try to build a relationship with them, making sure that they have the supplies that they need here at the school. And we work very close with the instructor because what students don't realize is once they apply for a job, the only people that we have to talk to for references are their teachers. So we want to make sure that the students are doing what they need to do, showing up to class on time, working hard, showing up every day, not playing on their cell phones, taking safety serious, just all of the necessary things that they need to just be successful, period, is very important to us just to build the foundation that we're looking for in future employees.
It's something I can see myself doing in the future, so I'm like, if I want the job, I gotta make sure I get it, so I can learn that skill. So that's something I want to do when I get out of high school, go back to Austal.
So we'll walk on out here and I'll show you what you're gonna be doing today, okay?
This partnership, I think, is a great partnership because it allows someone from that engineering field that has real-life experience to go into the schools and talk to the kids about what it takes to be a successful engineer, what you need to be good in school, what you need to work on.
I just feel like I've gained so much. That's what really pushed me to say, oh, I want to do engineering. I really want to work in the engineering field, and that's what I want to study when I go to college. So that's what really gave my push and my boost to say that's what I want to do in life.
Bob, that brings me working with you today.
They came in with a want to learn, asked very good questions, they're very attentive. And you could tell because when I would go around and talk to our employees, here on the floor in the operating center, how the students doing, and all of them said they're doing real well, they're picking up, they're asking very good questions, so everybody was real receptive, to the students, and the students seem to pick up real well and actually was able to learn some things about Alabama Power that it didn't know.
This is Shaquille, go ahead.
It made me feel like I was kind of handling with the real world. Like when you grow up, when you get out there, I felt like I was kind of handling it that way, so I had to, you know, change some things, tweak a little bit in order to adapt to what I was going through.
So we see just how vital these internships and business partnerships are to the schools. But what about the businesses? How are they working for them, and how are the benefits that they receive? Well, here to answer those questions for us is Miss Ashley Morris, who is the contract administrator at Goodwin Mills in Kaywood. How are you doing today?
I'm great. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much. So tell us a little bit about the internship program at your engineering and architectural facility.
This is going to be our third year to host an intern, and we have greatly enjoyed the experience. We started 3 years ago. We had our first intern from Davidson High School, and it's as rewarding as it was for the student, I hope, it was more rewarding for us as a firm and for as a company. So we've decided that it's something we want to continue to pursue.
Yes. So why do you have such a passion for this program?
I went to a meeting, I guess I attended it 4 years ago, which Ms. July explained the need to keep talent local. So that really resonated with me. You've got all these students coming out of schools like Davidson that are remarkable students that go off to college and they move away and they don't come back to Mobile. So we want to help attract top level students to come back to Mobile and help build our community and make our community better. So that was the importance. It lines up with our philosophy within GMC, which is to build community. So it's a perfect partnership for us.
Yes, and hopefully it continues to build. Well, thank you so much for taking just a few minutes and telling us about this internship program.
Thank you.
The Signature Academies program is not only about preparing students for a career, but it also helps students prepare for a post-secondary education. When we come back, we will tell you about the programs available for students on the college path.
There's a lot to like about Mobile County Public Schools.
What I enjoy about Mobile County School is the extra attention my teachers give us to help us learn.
Teachers are liking their access to technology, and students are liking the quality of their education.
I like the technology that's been incorporated into my education.
And since 1826, you have trusted us to prepare your child for their future, and we like that. Mobile County Public Schools. We are learning today, leading tomorrow.
Mobile County Public Schools, the place that has it all. We have 90 schools that include rural, urban, and suburban schools of various sizes. We are also home to Alabama's first public school. We welcome you to come join our winning team. Our district is led by the 2020 Superintendent of the Year, Mr. Kressel D. Threadgill. Our teachers are leaders in their profession who are afforded numerous professional development opportunities. Our principals are collaborators and encouragers. Our schools are leading in innovation and instruction. And most importantly, our students who are learning today, leading tomorrow, are simply the best. If you want to live in a historically rich city near beautiful beaches with superb Southern hospitality, we invite you to come teach with the best, Team MCPSS.
Hornet Hooligans are at a fever pitch tonight on the campus of Baker High School. Entering the Hornets' nest are the McGill-Toolen Yellow Jackets, a team that went to the Final Four last year, and they knows what it takes to deliver a sting. But the Baker Hornets have a stinger of their own. Junior guard LeBaron Philon. He leads the nation in scoring at 42.3 points per game and is the state's top-ranked player. Will the Yellow Jackets swarm as one, or will the Hornets say no, no, no? Let's find out for our season opener of the MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Al Whedon along with Coach Ronnie Arrow. Coach Arrow, both of these teams made it to the Final Four last year, Baker in 7A and McGill in 6A.
There's no question about that both of these are well-coached teams. You're going to see these teams get after one another. There'll be full court pressing, half court pressing. The one thing that I think, because tonight Baker will have two of their guys out, not playing, the Flowers kid, the football player, quarterback, hurt his ankle and then re-injured it, I think, the other day.
Right.
And he's averaging like 11 points a game. So the bottom line is that's taking away 11 points, so some of the other players are going to have to step up.
That's right, that's right.
And then you have McGill. They're going to full court press probably half the time. They're going. When I talked to Coach Murphy today, I asked him, "Well, what are you going to do with LeBaron?" He said, "Well, we have to keep him under 30 points."
There you go.
So he's averaging 42. We have to keep him under 30. And what a compliment to a young man.
Right, right.
So the rest of the team is going to have to step up tonight and be able to take the pressure. Again, I'm going to say, both teams got to take care of the ball.
Right,
I think
right.
the difference in this game, because both of them know how to win, they're well coached. Out of both these coaches, there's 11 Coach of the Year awards.
Wow.
9 of them from Coach Murphy and 2 of them from Coach Armstrong. So we're going to see a battle here. There's a lot of pride involved.
That's correct. That's
but,
correct.
you know, with LeBaron, not only is he scoring a lot of points, he's shooting 53% from the floor. He's shooting 44% from the threes.
From 3, right.
4 rebounds a game and only 2 turnovers a game.
Only 2, that's something else. He is pretty much the offense and everything for Baker. Let's put up the starting lineup for the contest for tonight. As you were talking about, LeBaron Philon and the Baker Hornets, joined by Jaden Campbell, Alex Threadgill, Michael Johnson, and Anderson Magian. And for McGill, Schamberger, Bennett Russ, Ramari Andrews, Alex Hine, and Devin McCain getting the start tonight for the Yellow Jackets as they come in this ball game really, really looking to have a big impact tonight with their record sitting at 6-3. Starting is being announced inside of the gymnasium. We're just moments away from tip-off here, and the Hornet Hooligans have arrived. So, Coach, as we can tell, compared to the girls' game, the crowd here is pretty much, it is sold out at this point.
We saw it filling up there where the girls' game was going on, and this is a packed house. And this is great for Mobile area high school basketball.
Right, right, it is.
If you like basketball, there's a lot of good young talent. And if you go see Baker play, there's not too many times anywhere you get to see the #1 leading scorer in the nation.
That is correct, as they're calling them out right now. As you can see, the Baker Hornets going on to the court. Great turnout here. Our second contest tonight for our MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week. We are inside of the MCPSS Sports Central, and the action's taking place at the Daniel Bumpers Gymnasium on the campus of Baker High School.
Coach Murphy said that they have to hold them under 50 points because they have a hard time winning. They're averaging about 62 points a game. They have a hard time winning when teams get over 50 points.
McGill comes in shooting 40% overall, 28% from the 3 and 49 from 2. So this is looking to really, really turn out to be a good ball game tonight. Ready for the tip-off right there.
Let's see if McGill comes out pressing like they generally do.
As Magian and Andrews go at it, and McGill gets the tip. Bennett Russ with the ball, passing it over to Andrews as they're moving it.
Haim drives, and you're going to see Haim's Alex. He'll have 6 to 8 assists tonight. He does a great job. He doesn't care if he scores. He's one of a few players that doesn't care if he scores, but he will get you the ball if you get open. Good ball movement around the out part. The penetrate
Jaden
all the
Campbell
way to the
going
hole.
in with the layup off of the backboard, and Baker on top first, striking first here in this matchup.
Here comes McGill right back at him. Nice ball movement.
Ball stolen. LeBaron Fallon with the steal.
Yes,
Easy lay-in for Fallon as he hits early in the ball game with 2.
2 of many to come.
McGill averages 63 points a game, giving up 48 points on defense. Nice move down low by the Yellow Jackets. Rebounded by Fallon as he brings it across the timeline. Has some speed, passes it over.
How about Bennett Russ for McGill? He's one of 4 brothers to play at McGill.
Wow.
He's the last one.
That's definitely a program base right there. A long 3 from Madjuin. Karam's off. Rebound from the Yellow Jackets as they penetrate up the court. Basket no good by McCain. But they drop it right there.
Devin McCain, their leading scorer, 18 points, stayed after it and put the ball back in the hole. Here's where they're applying pressure, but looks like they might trap out of it. There we go.
Just across the timeline, they get it. And down low, dropping it in, Alex Threadgill as Baker extends the lead.
If you're going to press out front, you got to take care of the hole on the backside. And when they passed the ball to the corner, he drove right to the hole for a layup. 6-2 Baker.
Hornets on
Good
top.
ball movement coming around. No, there's no shot clock in high school, so you have a chance to do more passing around than in college.
Nice tip in right there by Bennett Russ. Gets it in for the Yellow Jackets.
Bennett Russ, he's one of those guys that just is around at the right time.
I understand.
He hustles, but there's a little Euro step inside by LeBaron.
Magion got the rebound, couldn't get it back, and right there with the
foul.
pass, count the basket for LeBaron Fallon as he is fouled on the play. Ray Andrews picks up his first, going to send Fallon to the line to shoot the continuation, and he misses the free throw.
Yeah, he's shooting 87% from the free throw line, so that's surprising.
That's a 3 for the Yellow Jackets as they drain it. And look at the speed of Fallon just pressing right there at the charity stripe. 15-footer. That's a long 3 coming in from the top of the key for Threadgill. He misses. Let's see if this ball is going to be off of McGill. I believe it's going to remain here with the Hornets.
They're getting some wide open shots. I'm not so sure that Coach wants some of these guys that are shooting threes. Tough shot.
And Fallon drains the jumper.
And he was guarded. He got himself space to be able to get that shot off. What a player he is.
Stolen. Jaden Campbell plays defensive back for the Hornets, calls himself the assassin on the football field. He got the steal but couldn't complete the basket. Starting guard for them, shot up from the Yellow Jackets. No good. Another rebound once again, but I believe we may have a foul on the play. It's going to be assessed against Baker.
Coach Armstrong.
He's already working them, Coach.
Yeah,
he's already working them.
Look at that crowd. What a great crowd.
I see Coach Robertus Kimball over there from MGM sitting behind the the McGill-Toolen bench taking a look.
Trying to pick up a few plays.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, yeah. Get their names of the plays.
McGill cuts the lead to 3.
Full court pressure.
Trying to put some
McGill.
pressure.
No trapping, just passive man-to-man. Sort of fake trap there.
Campbell with the ball, working it over to Phylon. He shoots a three way deep from three. No good.
Alex Heim bring the ball down. Got great vision with the ball.
That's a three, drained by Russ. And we are tied at 10 here inside of Daniel Bumper's gymnasium.
And Russ, he's averaging 13 points a game, so it's not just that he can shoot the ball outside.
Stolen by the Yellow Jackets. Cannot complete. Heim with the hustle and gets the loose ball as they work it across court. A long three by McGill. No good. Johnson with the rebound. He's going to take his time, kind of settle things down.
That's a good move. Looking over.
Kind of slow the pace there.
Right. Setting things up, running the play, whatever was called by the coach.
Johnson, a 5'6" junior.
Coach Armstrong probably yelling, get the ball to LeBaron.
Phylon trying to do
Nice
somewhat of a
spin
stutter
move.
step. As they have Magion at the top of the key. He's not even down low in the paint.
Nice shot.
And that's a bucket. That's a three put up by Threadgill.
That's what you call being well coached, very good patience. (13-10) Baker, first quarter.
Loose ball on the floor. There's a three put up. Alex Heim drains the three for the Yellow Jackets.
I will tell you, he doesn't take many shots, but he's pretty accurate when he does take them.
We're tied 13 apiece here in the first quarter. Very quick-paced first quarter, under 2 minutes already. No timeouts called. Phylon shot.
Before the shot.
Foul is before the shot. So they're going to call it on the floor.
I think that's on McCain.
We'll double check that. I believe it was as well, Coach Aaron. We'll put him down for one right now. As we have some substitutions coming in for McGill. Phylon inbounding the ball here for the Hornets. Goes deep to Michael Johnson. Almost went back court, but his momentum kept him on this side.
And he was smart enough and alert enough to get the ball to an open person, so it didn't have a turnover.
That foul being called.
Michael Johnson is running the team now at the point guard spot, and they've moved LeBaron over to the wing where he can come off and get to the hole quicker.
14 foul on McGill. They attributed
Almost threw it away again. They need to stay away from that midcourt.
Turnover right there to the Yellow Jackets. 90 seconds remain in the first quarter.
They've got to be able to, penetrate, get the ball in closer to the hole. They've thrown the ball out. If you go ahead and throw it backcourt. It's not backcourt if the ball is there.
Nice screen set right there by Stokes. Heim shot rims out.
Rebound.
Threadgill with the rebound. He averages 5 rebounds a contest.
Now they're getting into their passing motion.
And the offense back to Phylon as he looks, but he's going to pull up right here with the quick
Nice
runner.
floater.
Drains it. They're going to call an offensive foul. No basket. Foul against LeBaron. Phylon picks up his first.
I tell you what.
Take a look at the replay here, Coach.
They won't be able to drive because I'm surprised Alex Heim, he'll take 6 charges a game. They've been taught if anybody drives, somebody better be there for the charge. Quick hands.
And dropped in by Devin McCain, and McGill takes their first lead of the ball game, 15-13. Quick turnover right there. McGill back with it. Quick jumper, no good. 3-on-1 situation here. They get it over to Phylon.
Nice fast break, good finish.
No foul by McGill, so Phylon gets those 2 points back from the charge where he thought he had the last bucket that went in.
Threadgill saw LeBaron underneath the hole. He made that pass from the hash mark. basketball team?
It could be, Coach. Long three right there by McCain, and he drains it. And once again, back on top, McGill, a quick first quarter, 18-15. It was non-stop action, Coach Arrow.
There's no question. You know, when both teams are playing well and getting up and down the court, it's good basketball to watch. Outside shooting, inside shooting, doing what they have to do to win.
Keep it right here. Second quarter action headed your way. We welcome you back to the MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week. Coach, it was a quick first quarter. Look at the statistics right there. I just told you off camera, only one free throw attempted in first quarter.
That's amazing. But you know what? They're consistent. They're letting them play. I just hope that throughout the game they don't start calling a bunch of fouls after
ticky-tack,
foul.
yeah. 1-3 right there by Baker, 1 for 1. That three launched by Alex Threadgill. Second quarter action right here. LeBaron Fallon, they didn't really have him running the point. He was more so playing off guard as Michael Johnson was running the point in the first quarter.
Now
we'll see if that changes.
Yeah, now they moved him back, and he has the ball in his hands, which I imagine Coach Armstrong loves to have. That's Jack Murphy. That's the coach's son. And he goes in, and he's going to put that ball up.
And there is the somewhat of a half of a Euro step for the basket.
I'm telling you,
for Fallon,
they're going to have to do a Euro or a show and go or something, because if you try and take it all the way to the hole, there's going to be a McGill player there to take the charge. There's no question. They do a great job, not a good job, a great job of that.
Fallon makes the basket. We're tied at 18.
Now Baker's coming out with a full court press.
Quick bucket right there, missed by Jackson Murphy, but good defense shown by Murphy. They can't get the loose ball. Over to Derek Lawrence, who is in here for the first time in the second quarter for Baker.
They'll probably get a high pick. Oh, yeah, there it goes. High pick for Fallon.
I'm on Fallon as he pushes it over to Deshaun Beverly. Over to Campbell. They work it. Little quick pass. No good. Gill has the rebound, looking to push it up the court here.
You know what? That might have been the worst shot that they've taken in this game. I thought that was a forced shot, but, you know, there's another turnover.
Stolen by LeBaron Fallon as he takes his time and lays it in easy.
He's well on his way to his 43. Remember what Coach Murphy told me, that they just want to hold him to under 30.
Well, I have him at 13 right now, Coach. Scored 10 in the first quarter.
Nice.
Count that basket for McGill. Yep, nice putback. Tied at 20. The game is neck and neck. No team is kind of broken away as of yet. Ball back to Fallon.
And again, the officials are letting them play. It's good basketball. Trip.
Foul right there going to be against McGill.
I asked Coach Murphy, how has it been to be able to coach your sons? He had a son last year that played for him. Now he has Jack playing for him this year. And he said, you know what, it's a tough job, but I wouldn't want it any other way.
Oh, look at there. Look at there.
So,
I can believe that.
What a great statement.
At the line shooting 1-and-1, Jaden Campbell. Drops the first one in.
Another senior on the team. Both these squads have good seniors, and not a whole lot of seniors, but good seniors.
Campbell misses the second so far. Baker 2 for 4 from the charity stripe here in the ball game. Nice spin move right there. McGill working that ball over to Hine. Gets it to Russ real quick.
Great ball movement.
Schamberger's shot no good. And guess who has the ball?
Euro.
Oh, let's take a guess. LeBaron Fallon, and he scores. Another Euro step move, Coach Arrow.
That's a great move. All you youngsters watching, it's a great finish at the hole when you think that the defense is going to take a charge on you.
Penetration by
Tough shot.
McGill. Nope. Caroms off for Bennett Russ. And as we just talked about at the beginning of the quarter, Fallon pretty much running the point right now. We've yet to see Michael Johnson on the floor. He was handling the rock for Baker in the first quarter. Wide open, 2 Hornets as they work it across. No good for Deshaun Beverly. His shot rims out.
As advertised, very good game.
And as I said, Johnson approaches the scores table. 3 Baker Hornets waiting to check back into the ball game. Wide open for Ray Andrew. They gave him plenty of room, but Coach, he couldn't capitalize.
No. I asked Coach Murphy how his life after Barry Dunning. And,
what did he say?
He said, such a great kid, such a great player, but the most, if you take everything to think about, the thing that he did the best for them was rebound. And I tell you, I watched him the other night, and he got quality minutes on a big win at Arkansas.
Yeah, you were sharing it with me. Shot blocked by Fallon, but coming in to clean it up for McGill, Devin McCain with the easy bucket, and the Hornets on top by 1, 23-22. Fallon with the ball in control. That's a 3 by Threadgill, no good for him.
I don't know if he's Threadgill. I don't know if they want him taking that many threes outside. I will say he was open, but I think where he can ball fake and get to the hole, that's his game.
Checking back in for Baker, Ryan Majors, Michael Johnson, and Anderson Madjuin. Madjuin checking in at 6'7". He's a junior.
Alex Threadgill is averaging 6 rebounds a game. I think the closer in that he is, the more overall ability he has to score and rebound if it's an offensive rebound and putbacks.
Johnson checks back in. He's running the point now.
Very quick.
Clear lane wide open as he lays it in for 2. Michael Johnson off the bench and scoring.
Some of these young men came to me when I first started doing the classroom. There's, I think, 3 kids out there at one time or another have been in the classroom practicing and learning their drills and their fundamentals.
Foul called against Baker. That foul on Madjuin, his first. It's Baker's 3rd team foul. He was going to place Bennett Russ on the line.
If I'm not mistaken, I thought Johnson, well, I think he was at MGM last year, but I'm not sure.
And Russ misses the first. They're doing a little talking there in the lane. You can kind of see.
As this game goes on, Al, there's going to be more and more talking. This is a special game to these. Whenever you're playing McGill and Baker is one thing, but when you have the #1 scorer in the nation, you want to put a stop to him.
McGill 0 for 2 from the free throw line. Those were their first 2 free throws of the ball game.
Tough shot.
And speaking of throw, Fallon throws it down, a little fadeaway jumper. As we approach 2.5 minutes left in the ball game. Easy bucket right there for Ryan Majors, comes off the bench and lays it in.
You know something, people think, well, if I had a Fallon, I wouldn't have to coach. All I'd do is just give him the ball. But I'll tell you what, in my coaching career, I was lucky enough to have some great players. And it takes coaching to be able, look, we know that you can score, we know you can rebound, but the bottom line is we are a team. I tell you what, the best part about LeBaron is he won't take just horrible shots. He'll take good shots, and he'll share it if somebody gets open.
Major shot. Nothing but air right there. Easy rebound from McGill. Baker up 5 right now as we are under 2 minutes to play. Their second leading scorer not playing tonight, Josh Flowers, out with an ankle injury. So as you said at the top of the broadcast, Coach, someone's going to have to pick up the slack for the Hornets. Bennett Russ, no good.
Nice
Easy
offensive
putback
rebound.
right there. Easy putback.
The Majors kid for Baker, I'm going to tell you, he can shoot the ball. I wouldn't be surprised if he starts, getting some threes here in the very near future, but they'll penetrate and pitch to him. He can make threes. He's a really good shooter.
30-second timeout called by Philip Murphy. And the Yellow Jackets, in his 11th season at McGill, has a 348, 137 record. That's a 718 winning percentage, Coach. So he definitely knows what he's doing over there with the Yellow Jackets.
Like I said, between these two coaches, there are 11 coaches awards for both of them, Coach of the Year awards. And 9 is with Philip and 2 is with David. So that's amazing. But I tell you what, both of these teams, when they get everybody healthy, can very well wind up again playing for the state championship.
You're right about that. Zoom and play here.
What Baker's going deeper than what I thought that they would early here. And there's Alex Heim.
Heim hustling once again. Hustling Heim on the floor, knocks it out.
He's going to do that now.
Maybe his dad will use that in broadcast in the morning.
Tell his dad all the time that he takes after his mom.
Phylon inbounding at 95 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
Break.
Johnson couldn't
And a
convert.
follow.
And look at the follow-up by Derek Florence. Johnny on the spot with the easy putback.
Extra effort. He
go.
could have stayed out there and not went to the offensive board, Here's another defense.
Johnson steals the ball.
Very
Phylon
smart.
asking for it.
Very
He's
smart.
wide open.
Ball fake.
Takes his time, ball fake. Steps inside of the 3 line and hits a 2. And just like that, 4 easy points for the Hornets.
Again, for the young players, he caught the ball. He saw somebody charging him. He ball fake, got them up in the air, went around them with a hard dribble, and went straight up for his jumper.
Foul on the play called against Baker. Michael Johnson picks up his first.
The difference, what's the difference right now in the scores as far as what you see?
I'm going to say one thing about it. It's the hustle of Baker that's keeping them in, because they don't have their second leading scorer, who happens to be, a very dominant guy, Josh Flowers, but also the sharing of the ball. I mean, Phylon has a lot, but some other folks are stepping up, Coach.
Think about what's happening. An offensive rebound, put back, 2 steals and
Just
layups.
like that. Yep.
And then all of a sudden, dribble, penetrate, hit their man Phylon, boom, shots. They're playing very smart. Well coached, as both these teams are.
Long 3 right there, no good. Rebound by Magian.
So Jack Murphy, the coach's son, he can make 3-point shots. He's got to be sure, and there's Phylon.
Phylon hits a 3 right there.
I mean, he might go over 43 tonight.
We shall see. We're going to put a tally on here in this second as Heim in control. Looks like they're going to play for the last shot. And Coach Armstrong coaching defense for his Hornets. Almost stolen by Michael Johnson. He's stolen a few tonight. Blocking foul called against Baker. We're going to probably give that one to Anderson Magian. Just his second. I'm going to say the young man has grown. He was getting foul trouble a lot early last year as a sophomore. It looks like he's going to have things a bit under control. Going back to the line once again, Devin McCain for the Yellow Jackets.
That's surprising. He's a good player. He's a good scorer. I'm surprised him missing it.
And misses the front end right there. Baker up 10 points.
Got that one.
And he makes the second.
Yeah, I'm surprised that McGill hasn't pressed more because they've been used to that.
Fallon penetrates, dishes off to Michael Johnson, no good. And we end the first half. Baker on top by 9, 36-27. As these teams will go to the locker room. And we're going to take a break and come back and check in with some first half statistics here from the MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week.
This is a program for any middle school student who's actually behind. This opportunity offers kids a chance to do 2 grades in 1 year.
If it wasn't for Star Academy, I would still be in 8th grade and probably still struggling.
We are one-on-one. We have small classrooms, and we're able to give students that personal touch, that personal attention.
I know I'm coming to see good teachers, good attitude, and also they're here to teach us what we need to learn.
Hello, I'm Katrina Frazier.
And I'm Deborah Robinson, and we would like to be your next realtors. As homeowners, we know how confusing it can be searching to find that perfect home that fits your needs and budget.
For that reason, it's important to have a reliable partner to represent you and to be there for every step of your home buying process. You'll find the services offered through Berkshire Hathaway, Home Services Cooper & Company Realtors are second to none.
So whether you are buying or selling your home, call us today and let our experience work for you.
If you look at the numbers, Mobile County Public Schools is making great strides. With more than 53,000 students, 7,000 employees, and 90 schools, we are consistently increasing our 4-year graduation rate and our first-class pre-K program. We continue to strive for national recognition and continue to prepare our students for the global workforce. And we do all of this with one goal in mind, to equip and empower college and career-ready graduates. Mobile County Public Schools. We're learning today, leading tomorrow.
We welcome you back to the MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week. Al Wheaton, Coach Ronnie Arrow here inside of the MCPSS Sports Central. And Coach, 36-27 is our halftime score with Baker on top.
As advertised.
Yeah.
2 very good, well-coached teams. The player that was leading the nation in scoring in Filing. What do you have him for?
I have him at 23 right now.
23.
23.
So he's right on target.
He's right on target.
He's right on target. But just the type of player he is, he finished the very last play penetrating, getting to the free throw line. They squashed in on him, and he pitched to the corner for a wide open shot.
Kicks it out, unselfish. And he knows he's going to get the ball back. He knows he's going to have his opportunities, but he wants to get his guys off as well.
Well, he knows basketball. And whoever gets a shot should be the person that's open. And there's so much attention given him when he penetrates. All those other guys know, let him do his thing. I'll get over here and he'll throw it to me and I'll be able to get a wide open shot. So
one thing you talked about off camera, a bit surprised McGill didn't press anymore, or press more, if that.
Yeah, it really has surprised me that they haven't been able to press more or chose to press more. But the biggest thing, what we talked about, the reason why they were able to get ahead, Baker, get their lead, was defense. They got steals, they got offensive rebounds, and just boom, boom, boom. They got 6 points just back to back by just pure hustle.
Easy, right.
Pure hustle. And as a coach, that's what you want. When you hustle on defense, you want your kids to be rewarded on offense.
All right, let's take a look at the first half statistics that have been compiled so far for the ball game and kind of see the breakdown of where we are. And look right there, 13 for 21 field goals. And I did have it right, Coach. 1 for 5 from the free throw line for McGill tonight. Quite a surprise right there. But 2 for 2 on the three-pointers for Baker so far.
Yeah, I mean, the stats are pretty even. It's surprising that I would have thought that Baker might have had even a few more shots than that than McGill. mainly because, yeah, I don't have the stats for steals, but I guarantee you that's the difference right now is good defense and steals and getting easy buckets for Baker.
Baker on top 36-27. You're watching the MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week. It's Al Wheaton, Coach Ronnie Arrow here inside the MCPSS Sports Center. We're going to have more action headed your way soon. Halftime is still going on, about 5 minutes left. So keep it right here. We'll bring you more action coming up for the MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week.
Part of the experience of going to the Mobile Museum of Art is that it's there for everyone.
Art is there to inspire, to give you other perspectives, and to make you think outside of yourself.
The museum offers a critical service to the culture of the community.
It's providing the opportunity to have eyes open.
Each month, more than 90 guns are reported stolen from unlocked vehicles, creating the potential of serious injury or death.
Lock it up.
Many violent acts and crimes are committed with stolen guns.
Lock it up.
According to ATF, stolen guns pose a substantial threat to public safety.
Lock it up.
Be responsible. Take time to record your handgun serial number and secure it from thieves. Lock it up.
Lock it up for me.
Our children with special needs deserve a place to play. That is why we are coming together to build the Miracle League of West Mobile Schmidt Family Park. It will include a special needs ball field and playground, regulation baseball and softball fields, and more. We have raised more than $1 million and construction will start soon. But we need your help to complete the project. Visit mcpss.com/Miracle League to donate and to learn more. Any dollar amount will help bring a smile to a child's face. Together, we can make a miracle. If you look at the numbers, Mobile County Public Schools is making great strides. With more than 53,000 students, 7,000 employees, and 90 schools, we are consistently increasing our 4-year graduation rate and our first-class pre-K program. We continue to strive for national recognition and continue to prepare our students for the global workforce. And we do all of this with one goal in mind, to equip and empower college and career-ready graduates. Mobile County Public Schools. We're learning today, leading tomorrow.
Mobile County Public Schools, the place that has it all. We have 90 schools that include rural, urban, and suburban schools of various sizes. We are also home to Alabama's first public school. We welcome you to come join our winning team. Our district is led by the 2020 Superintendent of the Year, Mr. Kressel D. Threadgill. Our teachers are leaders in their profession who are afforded numerous professional development opportunities. Our principals are collaborators and encouragers. Our schools are leading in innovation and instruction. And most importantly, our students who are learning today, leading tomorrow, are simply the best. If you want to live in a historically rich city near beautiful beaches with superb southern hospitality, we invite you to come teach with the best, Team MCPSS.
We welcome you back to the MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week. About 90 seconds remaining before we resume the action. Coach Arrow, talk to me about what Coach Philip Murphy needs to do in the second half to get the win.
Well, they've got to be able to accept the quickness that Baker is throwing at them. They're giving up, turning the ball over, and Baker is probably shooting really good percentage because they're getting layups off their defense. They got a couple second shots. They're doing the dirty work, and McGill's going to have to start doing some dirty work back. I'm sure that Philip told them inside that, look, guys, we're right there with them. We've got to contain LeBaron a little bit more, but the bottom line is we've got to take care of our own business, and we've got to not turn the ball over.
Right.
You know that you're going to get pressure. Don't over-penetrate. Get in there, make two take, and pitch, and make good things happen.
Now, if you're a coach Armstrong, what do you need the Hornets to do to get this win since they're up by 9 right now?
I wouldn't even bring up the offense. We are winning this game because of defense. We are scoring points off of our defense, and that's what they need to do. And if they don't keep doing it, then it's going to get down to nip and tuck at the end. And it still might. But
You're
the
right.
bottom line is defense. When you play good defense, you're going to score points out of it, and that's the difference in this game.
Speaking of the points, had to do a correction. Marcel Philon has 22 points right now, not 23. But let's talk about the missing 10 points from Josh Flowers. Well, it may not be missing because Baker's up by 9 right now. So they're kind of doing the work to make up for those 10 points. Coach.
Yeah, and you know, that's a sign of a good team is when one of your players that you're counting on goes down, you got to have others to step up. And that's what Baker's doing. You know, little Michael Johnson got in there, did a good job, didn't turn the ball over. Now they're coming after.
Second half action, putting the press and the heat on Alex Hine as he gets it across the timeline.
They better do a job on Alex or he's going to find the open man.
And McGill gets the bucket to start off the second half. Baker brings it across the timeline. Shot by Philon, no good.
Bring the ball down, let it get on him. Here's the defense again.
Stolen. Easy lay-in right there for Jaden Campbell.
Again, defense scoring points. Nice ball movement.
Easy bucket for McGill as they get it in right there. Ray Andrews for the Yellow Jackets.
You know, it seems like McGill wants to go trap, but they're just doing a fake pressure. They're just jabbing at him, going back, jabbing, going back. Nice spin move inside.
Campbell couldn't get it to drop for him. Russ going it back to McCain.
Nice
He does
jab.
not hesitate to shoot it at all, Coach. He'll put it up there. And Philon is fouled on the floor.
Threadgill did a great job of getting back and jumping, and he almost deflected that shot.
That foul is going to be called on Andrews, his second, I believe. Sends LeBaron Philon to the line.
You know, you think about it, in 32 minutes, averaging 43 points a game.
It's something else. He makes the first.
I was talking to Coach Armstrong, and he said, "Okay, Ronnie, I got to go. Ole Miss is on the line."
Oh, look at there. They would say, Coach,
at
must
least
be
he put
nice.
it in my place quick.
Right, must be nice. Baker with the press right there on Hine, but they break the press.
That's perfect.
Easy bucket for Bennett Russ. Way to pass and beat the press.
4 passes, ball never hit the ground.
Never
and a
hit the
layup.
ground. Good ball movement right there by McGill. You can see the fundamentals.
You know, McGill
Nice
starting
kick
to
out.
pick up their defense.
Imagine can't hit the jumper. Alex Threadgill, he's got the shot and drains it.
And you see, he was in closer. That's his range. And then he's close to be able to go and rebound. That's his game. Good athlete at his size.
Time on the baseline, kicks it out. That three no good for the Yellow Jackets.
Nice play. You got to nail it. He's wide open.
Fallon gets the rebound. Looks like he's going to take it coast to coast. Lays it in with an easy finger roll for the nation's leading scorer.
Yeah, he's got such good body movement and control where he can drive in, and some people think that they're going to be able to take a charge, and he just goes away from him.
Baker is literally laying off of Andrews, Coach. If you notice, no one's really guarding him. They're saying, you do what you want to do. He's going to head to the bench right now.
Yeah, and again, there was a chance right there for Baker to get another steal.
McCain inbounds the ball, Hine with it, back to McCain. He's going to put up another three and nails it for the Yellow Jackets.
I love that out
Quick
of bounds
timeout by Philip Murphy.
I love that out of bounds plays.
Nice play design right there. Gets the quick timeout to talk to the guys as Baker is on the top right now by 8:44 to 36. What do you talk to him right now, Coach, if you're in the huddle?
Well, if you're McGill, you know, it's the same thing that we had to talk about before. If you're, 8 points down, we're right there with this team, okay? We've got to take care of the ball. The pressure that we take, if we're not going to full court press, we need to have pressure in the half court when they get the ball. We've got to start, and in the past, we've got to start doing what we do and putting pressure on them and getting some steals and some easy buckets.
Are you surprised Baker applied a little pressure to McGill coming out here in the second half?
You know, I think overall, they're probably an overall quicker team than McGill, so it doesn't surprise me. But what they're doing, they're not fouling out of the press. They're putting pressure, but they're not fouling, which if you're going to press, you want to put pressure on them. If you're fouling, you're putting pressure on yourself.
Gotcha. Makes a lot of sense. It will be Baker's ball after that quick three in timeout. Coach Philip Murphy calls.
You know, they're playing with pressing them, but they haven't pressed yet.
Jaden Campbell with the ball, looking to create, make something happen. Works it over to Magian, back to Johnson on the baseline. Little kick out, high-low action. Alex Threadgill off the glass. He averages 4.1 points per game. He's already hit his average plus a little more tonight.
And that all started with Michael Johnson penetrating, finding the open man.
Right.
And Threadgill putting it in the hole.
Campbell over the foul line. That's a three.
I'm surprised he missed that one.
Rims out.
Wide open.
Alex Heim, he has a lane, penetrates, kicks it back, and a three is drained right there by Alex Schamberger.
Most players would have drove that thing right in. Alex wasn't even looking at the goal. He was looking at somebody to be open.
Very calm. Drains the shot. Across the timeline comes Michael Johnson. And the Hornets work the ball over.
Probably get another pick out there to free him.
Had a mismatch. Magian on Alex Heim. They try to get it down to Magian from foul line, and the hustling Heim disrupts it. That ball's going to be out. Is it going to be off of Baker or McGill? Let's see what Darrell Randall. It's going to be McGill's basketball.
Should be McGill. Good call.
Look at the crowd. Somewhat standing room only right there inside of the gymnasium.
In Mobile, Alabama, a full house for basketball.
On a Thursday night in December, Coach Harold, of all nights.
Great to see. Good
Time
ball
works
movement.
it over. Tristan Brower in the game. Spin move by Russ. That pass interrupted by guess who? LeBaron Fallon. 1-on-2 by himself.
And
Ball
after
tip.
it.
He's fouled. Makes the bucket.
I'm amazed Alex Heim was back underneath the goal that he didn't try and take a charge on that unless he felt like it would be a block.
That foul on Schamberger. So the basket won't count. It'll be 2 shots for Fallon as he hits the first.
You know, McGill made a little run there by putting pressure on them, and then all of a sudden they had 2 turnovers that they countered on and scored on.
Derek Florence checks in for Baker. Is going to give Magian a rest.
That's just about automatic.
Fallon hits both of them.
Goes to the free throw line. LeBaron averaging 87% from the free throw line.
Shooting great from the line. A penetration kick
Very
out,
nice.
and that basket drops in for McGill. Brower with the easy bucket. Now here comes a little pressure. Johnson wide open, back to Threadgill. Can he hit the three? No, it rims off. He did follow his shot, but it's going to be a foul offensive. It's going to be against Derek Florence, who had just checked into the ball game, Coach Aaron.
Yeah. It's one of those things when you come in fresh, you get to feeling good, about yourself, and you can't be over too.
I'm sure he's saying all I want to do is get the rebound. But he got the foul.
But you know what? As a coach, I'd rather see that than just standing around.
There you go. Show me something. Show me some hustle. Show me some movement. That's a three.
See, there's nobody on him.
And Tristan Brower drains the three. And guess what, Coach? Look at the lead. It is cut.
7 points, 48-41 with 2:50 to go in the third quarter. Way to find the open man.
That three no good for Baker. Lead only 4 right now as McGill has fought back.
Oh, late
Thought we
call
had a
on
steal, but
Filan.
a late foul.
Filan,
That's going to be on Filan, I believe. It's his first. I'm sorry, that's his second, Coach.
Yeah.
He picked up one earlier in the ball game, so that's his second. Second team foul.
That's another thing that he does. They know that he needs to be in the ball game, and he works hard.
Right.
But he doesn't get crazy fouls. You know, you're going to get 2 or 3 real fouls. You can't get lazy fouls, just standing around and reaching. They go back. Baker man-to-man, nice curl.
Right there, the 15-footer from Alex Hine. He drains it. Yellow Jackets cut the lead to 2.
2 points.
At halftime, they were down 8. They've cut it to 2 here with 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Little runner from Johnson goes nowhere, but what does happen, he is going to pick up his second foul of the ball game.
See, what's happening now with Michael. Michael Johnson has got to be able to play under control. He's so quick that he can get by people anytime that he wants to, but he can't over-penetrate, try and get all the way to the hole, take a wild shot. He's done a great job of taking care of the ball, penetrating, making 2 take, and pitching to the open person. He's got to continue to do that. When he does that, he adds a lot of quickness to that team, and you're over there, and guess who you got to pitch to?
Right.
Our man.
Filan only scoring 6 points here in the second half. Only 1 basket, the rest of it from the free throw line, Coach. 4 free throws he's made.
The bottom line is when he's not playing the point, the ball's not in his hand, so he's not getting himself shots. When he's off, he's waiting on them to get him shots.
McGill has cut this lead to 2. It was 8 at the half. So Philip Murphy and the Yellow Jackets have really put in some work here in the second half so far in the third quarter.
The mark of 2 good teams. Don't count one out just because they get down a little bit.
Ryan swings it over. In the corner waiting for the shot. Murphy, no good. Baker with the rebound. And who has the ball? The Baron Filan under 2 minutes. Let's see if he's going to turn it on. The three's no good. I'm looking for some help. Schamberger's shot is blocked. Baker's put in both the big men, Florence and Magin, right now.
You know, Schamberger, the thing that he did, he didn't charge. He went up and sort of did a little euro to the side for a little runner there. If not, there's another turnover.
Quick steal. Florence turned around just at the right time, Coach Arrow.
Great defense.
Didn't knock it out of bounds, kept it alive. Once again, Filan with the ball. He took a shot under 2. He takes this one. That's 2 back-to-back misses for Filan.
He might be getting a little tired. He's getting down the court a little bit slower than what he
noticed that
was.
as well. Easy 3 hit by Alex Schamberger. And who has the lead? McGill by 1. We have a foul on the play. We're going the other way here.
What a ball game, what an atmosphere.
I think he may have called that one on Devin McCain.
I think
That'd be his third.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So McGill has fought back, taking the lead by 1 as we approach 1 minute left in the ball game. They get it to Filan. And he does a slight euro and is fouled, blocking foul called against McGill.
I think that was against Alex Hine. He stood in there and tried to take a charge. I tell you what, if that would have gone down, that would have been LeBaron's third, and that would have been interesting.
4th team foul called against McGill. So at the line, Filan is perfect from the line here in the second half. 5 for 5. He has all of the free throw shots for the Baker Hornets. And I didn't jinx him, Coach. He's 6
I
for
was,
6.
I was just going to say, I hope you didn't jinx it.
The old broadcaster jinx, but he's not listening to me. So now Baker regains the lead by 1. Spreading it out, kind of working the clock right now, looking for that last shot. No need to rush it.
Well, we'll see. Usually, a lot of times you start that early trying to slow the ball down, you wind up turning it over. But I think McGill is good enough ball handlers not
Cut
to
right
do
there from Heim. They don't swing it over. And burying the 3, Alex Schamberger, the 6'2 senior. They take the 2-point lead under 20 seconds. Johnson kicks it out to Threadgill. He has hit a 3 tonight. That one's going to be hard. They caught him with a travel turnover to the Yellow Jackets.
Trying to figure out why he took the extra step to take a 3.
I didn't see it. I wasn't that close, but maybe it was a little shuffle step.
Yeah.
Possibly as he was setting the
You're
shot
down
up.
2 at this point. The 2 is as good as the 3 right now.
Kane with the ball. Trying to stay under control. They get it over to Bennett Russ. And at the buzzer, his 3 is no good. So after being down by 8 at the start of the 3rd quarter, McGill is up by 2, 52-50. We'll be back with the last quarter of action here for the MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week. Don't move.
There's a lot to like about Mobile County Public Schools.
What I enjoy about Mobile County School is the extra attention my teachers give us to help us learn.
Teachers are liking their access to technology, and students are liking the quality of their education.
I like the technology that's been incorporated into my education.
And since 1826, you have trusted us to prepare your child for their future, and we like that. Mobile County Public Schools. We are learning today, leading tomorrow.
Here's a look at the stats so far through the ball game. Coach McGill has come back and taken the lead, and you can see right there the 3-pointer, 9 for 14. That's a big difference.
And McGill, you know, you were mentioning a second ago that they were not going to the free throw line. They took more threes the past 3 or 4 minutes.
Right.
When you take threes, you're not penetrating, so you're not going to get fouled.
And no free throw attempts for the Yellow Jackets in the 3rd quarter at all. And it's stolen by Alex Heim, hustling Heim on the scene once again, kicking it over to Murphy. Back to Heim, his ball is being passed. McGill playing very efficient right here, back to Schamberger.
Good ball rotation from one side of the court to the other. Now Coach Murphy's calling a play.
Movement very crisp. Phylon sticking on Heim, but now he switches to Russ.
Yeah, they're switching man to man.
Heim wide open. He looks not to take the shot, kicks it out. And Schamberger finds Bennett Russ right there on the low post. Easy bucket for the Yellow Jackets.
That was schooling right there. They ran that play, ran time off the clock, got a 4-point lead, everything in their favor.
Took their time, and a foul on the play right there.
See, that
It'll be called against Jackson Murphy.
You know, that 40 feet from the hole doesn't need to happen. You know, you got a roll going. Don't again, you're going to get fouls that are hard-fought fouls. You don't need just reaching fouls.
Are those the gray hair fouls right there, Coach?
Gray hair or no hair.
That's a 3 from LeBaron Phylon, his first 3 in the 2nd half. He only had 1 3 in the 1st half, so his 2nd one for the night. On the scene, once again, though, that's Jackson Murphy. Kind of took a spill right there on the floor, trying to get that ball in, hustling in. And the coach and dad comes over to check him out. Probably may have knocked the wind out of him.
I think so. Yeah, I think so. Got the trainer right there. No, they were having good effort, both ends.
McGill up by 1 right now, 54-53. It'll be Baker's ball. great crowd at Daniel Bumper's Gymnasium. Al Wheaton, Coach Ronnie Arrow here at the MCPSS Sports Central, bringing you our first broadcast of the season. Earlier tonight, the McGill-Toolen Lady Jackets had a dominating win over the Baker Lady Hornets, and right now a very competitive ball game with Baker and McGill. That's a three, nothing but air.
It's the gym. You can't do that, especially this late in the game.
Heim with the ball, looking to pass, trying to find someone, gets it to Russ, and work it down to Schamberger.
Nice pass, good cut, and a steal.
And Philon got his hand in there and knocked it out. Created the turnover for the Hornets. And he's looking to create something right now. Only has 2 threes on the night. Michael Johnson with the ball, almost walked.
Good.
Heim on Philon, and Philon drains it. He has an advantage. He is 6'4", and Heim is only 5'9".
And you know what? He was right on him. I mean, he didn't have much space, but that's the type of player that LeBaron is. He finds a way to get the shot. And when he does that, it's not a forced shot. That was a good shot.
Full timeout called by David Armstrong of Baker. They regained the lead 56-54. Coach, you alluded to this earlier in the ball game. This may come down to a tit-for-tat kind of battle toward the end.
Whoever, we're down now, these are 2 quality teams. Right now, they've executed in practice. Whoever executes offensively and defensively is going to win this game. Because when you're offensing and doing the moves that you want, that you've practiced on, generally you're not going to turn the ball over.
Baker head coach David Armstrong, in his 6th season at Baker, has a 128-54 overall record, a 703 winning percentage. They were the Class 7A runner-up in 2019. And they made it back to the Final Four last season. I remember going to that ball game. They played Mountain Brook, and there was a guy playing for them named Trenton Watford, and he was going off. Coach, he left there and went to LSU, and now he's playing pro ball. But that night, Baker was no contest for Mr. Watford in that state championship game.
What a great honor just to be playing for the state championship and the state championship Final Four.
McCain swings it down low to Schamberger, and back to McCain, and banks it in. Use your ATM card. He hits the bank right there for the 3. And once again, we have another lead change. McGill on top. Philon penetrates in. His shot no good.
Tristan Bauer, very good box out with a rebound.
Bennett Russ with the ball. Way over in the corner, Alex Heim as he penetrates. They give it back to Bauer. His 3 no good. Sorry, Bauer. Look at Philon with the Euro step.
Oh my God.
But it is the Euro travel. No, 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 says the official. And David Armstrong kind of demonstrating this is what he did, but the refs say no, call it off.
Instant replay.
Very competitive ball game here. 5 minutes left in the 4th quarter. Baker and McGill going at it. Al Wheaton, Coach Ronnie Arrow. Look at McCain trying to work his magic, but he is fouled down on the floor. That foul against McCain by Michael Johnson. That's Johnson's 3rd foul, Coach.
I miss the most about not being in the gym besides the atmosphere, and that is not the smell of popcorn. Popping.
The concession stand. That shot blocked by Threadgill as he works and hustles down the court. Ball stolen from foul, but no, we have a foul on the play. They're going to call it on Alex Schamberger. Say he got a little too close with the hands with the foul.
There's 4.5 minutes to go in this game. We're going to see when the ball gets into LeBaron's hands.
And there it is. That shot is off. You can see that from our angle right here, Coach. It was going to be off. Philon trying to make some things happen for the Hornets as they are down 1 here.
He's definitely not having a good shooting night, but hopefully if you're a Baker fan, it'll be something that they'll come back at the end A lot of times with a player like that, he may not be able to be making them now, but when he gets pressure down at the end for the winner, I want the ball in his hands.
Easy put back bucket for Bennett Russ to regain the lead by 3. And this one may come down to possibly who will have the ball last.
He's going to get a pick for him. He just called a head tap.
There it is. Magian trying to set it up. I thought it would have been a give and go as Magian rolled off the pick. Wide open, Michael Johnson flings it back out the foul line, and the defense breaks down, and he scores it with the easy lay-in.
You know, when he had the ball out front, there was 2 guys always coming at him. Once he put the ball on the floor, he didn't have anybody to come from the backside and stop his drive.
Russ back to Heim. Hands it back off to Russ. They're looking right there at the top of the free throw line. Brower is wide open. Nice rebound by Alex Heim as he climbed the stair.
Solid play.
And the basket no good for Russ. Wide open. Tries to get it to Ryan Majors. We could see it, but it didn't happen.
I didn't hear a whistle on that.
I didn't either. And here comes the call from Darryl Rambo. So they're going to call a foul, I believe, against Tristan Brower. That'll be his first. And that's the 7th foul, so it puts Baker into the 1-and-1. Heading to the line is Alex Threadgill. So now the rubber meets the road, Coach. Down 1. Can you make it and get the bonus basket?
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. He's only shooting 50% from the free throw line.
Makes the first.
Good for him.
And that keeps Baker perfect from the line here in the second half, 7 for 7. The only other player to make a free throw so far, Alex Threadgill, besides LeBaron Fallon.
I always want to see a guy that hasn't been making a lot of three. And he goes there under pressure.
Sinks both of them.
That's what he needs. He just needs pressure when he's shooting his free throws. What a game. What a game.
Very good ball game here.
Whoever did the scheduling for our first game did a heck of a job.
Great ball rotation. A long three from Jackson Murphy. He drains that one from Chickasaw. And McGill retakes the lead by 2.
Right in front of his dad.
Right in front of him. So the pressure was on. Nice pass down low as LeBaron Fallon drops the dime to Alex Threadgill. And we're tied, Coach. We haven't said that in a long time.
This is like a heavyweight boxing match. You get hit, he gets hit.
Right. Russ passes it inside. Schamberger, little head stutter fake on Magian. Oh, nice touch pass right there from Alex Heim down low.
If you're Baker, you want the ball in the hands of LeBaron. If you're McGill, you want the ball in the hands of Heim.
Right.
You know, he's not an explosive player. He's no fancy this or that. He just gets the job done.
First foul on Threadgill. Free throw shot up, no good. So this is McGill's first free throw attempt in the second half. And they are 0 for 1 with McCain at the line.
And that's surprising. They're leading scoring. I'm surprised he missed the free throw, but he makes second one.
Hits the second. Averages 18 points per game.
Puts him up 1.
Checking in for Baker, number 10, Deshaun Beverly.
This is one of those games, Al, that you really don't want to come to an end.
And stolen, well, I'm sorry, not stolen, thrown off of Michael Johnson by Jackson Murphy with the hustle play. And just like that, David Armstrong is going to make a move and take Beverly out and bring in Jaden Campbell. 63-62 is our score. Great ball game right here. Heim dishes it off to Murphy. Oh, he drains another 3 for Jackson Murphy.
I'll tell you what, that one was 4 feet in back of the top of the circle.
Fallon out of control, Coach. He's out of control. Got to get that ball to someone. Play under control. Jaden Campbell penetrates and gets the foul. Smart move by him right there. They're going to call that on Schamberger. That's his 3rd. Matches his jersey number at 3. 8th team foul against McGill.
I know they have some plays for LeBaron rather than just him get the ball and just one-on-one. I hope they run some plays for them to get open shots.
Campbell misses
These two
first.
teams, I guarantee you, every day of practice has this situation, 2 minutes or 1 minute or even 30 seconds, and they're running plays, whatever, they're up, they're down, for this time in games.
Campbell makes the second quick timeout called right there by David Armstrong. He wants a 30-second timeout to discuss things. Down 3, 1:48 remaining in the ball game, and I'm with you, Coach. You know, you have some plays designed. You want Fallon to have the ball. You want the nation's leading scorer to have the ball for you every time you're coming up the floor.
Coach Armstrong is a very good coach, and I guarantee you he's drawing something up to get him open and not just go one-on-one.
Make sure you join us Thursday, December 15th. That's going to be 2 Thursdays from tonight. It'll be Vigor versus Murphy for the next MCPSS high school basketball game of the week. Yes, it's the girls. They'll tip off at 6, and the boys will tip off at 7:30. So you can join myself and Coach Ronnie Arrow right here inside of MCPSS Sports Central for our next MCPSS high school basketball game of the week. 1:48, Baker down 3.
You know, we saw Jack Murphy, coach's son, put some shots up from deep, and they didn't go in. He actually got the wind knocked out on one of them. But all of a sudden, those shooters,
they are.
He hit 2 big threes right here. So you never know. A shooter mentality, you can miss the gym. You can miss 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in a row.
Right.
But guess what? I'm going to make the next one.
I'm going to keep shooting.
Yep.
And that's what Murphy did Tuesday night up at Saraland. He put up 7 threes for a 21-point effort as McGill beat Saraland on Tuesday. So he's not worried about, you know, how many I'm going to miss. He's going to take them. Pressure coming right here from Baker, full court press. And the turnover. Alex Threadgill gets it. They give it to Phylon. He's trying to create, goes into the lane. And the basket in and out, but a foul call across the court. I think they're going to call that one on Heim, I believe. It'll be his second.
Usually LeBaron finishes those ones when he gets bumped up in there and everything, but the bottom line is I'm not going to say anything about free throw.
9th team foul.
This crowd got silent, didn't it?
It did. Fallon misses the second one.
2-point ball game. McGill up by 2.
64. McGill has no more fouls to give. The next one would put Baker into a double bonus. And a quick timeout call by Philip Murphy. He wants to, let's get the right play in. Let's get this thing in. I'm only up 2 points. I need to make sure we're in control right now.
These two coaches know their teams. I promise you that they've run these plays in practice. 30 seconds left, you're up 1, you're down 1. Are we going, if we're down, are we pressing? And don't foul this one.
Right.
They've run this. Now we're going to see which one does the best job in the actual game.
Great shot of the Hornet Hooligans right there, and they got the game, ESPN Game Day knockoff crew. There's Mr. Ambassador over there, Tootle Boy Sports, Shadrick Tootle.
My man doesn't sleep.
Oh, he never sleeps. He's everywhere.
He doesn't sleep.
He's like oxygen. He's everywhere you go. Coach
I asked
Arrow.
him not too long ago when he's running for mayor.
I got you.
You know, he is something special for this town.
But a very special ball game tonight. Last year, they split Baker and McGill. Baker won the first contest, and McGill won the second. I'm sorry, McGill won the first contest. Baker won the second. So let's see what will happen tonight. Baker down 2.
Who will execute here at the end the best?
And the rubbers meet in the road right here for both of these teams.
A lot of coaching going on.
I have Phylon with 37 points, Coach Aaron.
That's a nice number.
Bennett Russ, pressure on him.
If he gets his average, they win.
You heard it from Coach Arrow. He needs 5 points. McGill playing keep away right here, working the clock. And Baker has a couple of fouls to give. That's their 16th foul right there. They're going to call that one on Jaden Campbell. The next one's going to place McGill in the 1-and-1.
Great discipline by McGill And when Coach Murphy called that timeout, that's what he drew up. We're going to delay this thing. We're not going to take anything but a foul.
63
Take time off the
seconds
clock.
remain. Alex Hine with the ball. They put the pressure on him.
Good
But a
timeout.
timeout called by Philip Murphy
And
prevents the foul from being called,
and
too.
you know what? Alex was calling it, I think, before Coach Murphy. He felt that heat.
30-second timeout right here by the Yellow Jackets. Up 2 points on top of Baker.
Was it advertised like this?
I think it was.
Well, all these people think so, too.
I think it was because they came out to see the show, and I had no doubt they were going to come out because, you know, we talked about it early during the girls' game. You know, McGill-Toolen Lady Yellow Jackets, somewhat of a blue blood team. And you can say for the Yellow Jackets, for the men as well.
No
But
question.
of recent note, Baker has kind of exploded with their basketball team. So it's really a somewhat a real great clash we have here tonight, early in the season, which I like. Pressure on Hine. So Baker's going to have to get in and try to foul or do something to stop this because McGill will continue to do it and eat the clock. So a foul is going to be called.
48 seconds left.
Imagine.
McGill up 2 points, going to the free throw line.
Now it's about making your free throws.
Bennett Russ, we'll see what he's made of.
Russ about to shoot 1 and 1 here.
Averaging 13 points a game.
This is where the pressure's in, and he makes the first. I thought it was going to rim out, Coach.
The basketball god said it's going in.
Lead is 3. Crucial shot right here. Make it a 2-possession ball game. Off the back iron. Baker down 3, 46 seconds. The ball in the hand of the nation's leading scorer, the Baron Phylon. He goes for the 3. Didn't have to necessarily take the 3 with so much time, and it rims out.
Foul.
So I thought maybe they would have worked for something down low, Coach. There was a lot of time left there.
There really was. And even he was set up to take a 2, and he took that extra step back to do the 3. That was on foul was on Michael
Johnson picks up his 4. As you can see the crowd stand up in front of our camera right there after Phylon launched the 3. So going to the line, going to be Devin McCain shooting 1 and 1.
2 possessions.
Lead is still
game.
3. Needs to make the first
possession.
one
One
and
possession
misses.
misses it.
Blocking out. McGill blocks out. Still down 3. 30 seconds remain. And a foul. Alex Hine. That should place Baker into a double bonus, Coach.
And still have plenty of time with 26 seconds to go.
Correct. Phylon has made all of his free throws here in the second half. He was 1 for 2 in the first half. And you said if he shoots his average, Baker should win.
If he makes what does he got to make? 6 more?
5 more.
5 more.
Phylon hits the first, now 4 more.
Coach Murphy said if they could keep him under 30, they would win. So we're going to see if he's over 30. We'll see what happens.
And makes the second. One-point ball game. And a timeout call. This is a full timeout, I believe.
Yeah. Should be.
I don't know if Coach Murphy called that or if Coach Armstrong.
I think Coach Murphy did.
Coach Murphy, full timeout.
I think
Don't forget, week after next, December 15th, our next MCPSS high school basketball game of the week. Viger versus Murphy. We'll have the girls and the boys. Don't forget the girls tip off at 6 and the boys tip off at 7:30. You can join Coach Arrow and myself here inside the MCPSS Sports Central for our next broadcast. That should be a good one right there.
This is a nice studio.
Yeah, it is.
over here at LaFleur High School, a nice studio.
I'm gonna make sure I try to bring you some popcorn next time, Coach.
Yeah, we need the we need the atmosphere, the smell of the popcorn popping, hot dogs. Hot dogs too. Don't forget the hot dogs.
As you can see right there, the home side crowd behind the Baker Hornets. Great turnout tonight at Daniel Bumper's Gymnasium. Packed house, and it's lived up to the billing. Coach, if you look just to the far right, there's
our
the superintendent, Cressel Threadgill, with Principal Peru, and our engineer, the one and only Fran Conway, making sure we are on the air. As he's probably texting back to the controls.
The superintendent watching his son play for Baker, Alex Threadgill.
So let's set the scene. McGill has the ball up 26 seconds. Heim gonna inbound. And everyone releases. They come back. The pressure's on by Baker, and Heim almost threw it away. Baker lets know. Is it out? I believe it may be out right there. As Jackson Murphy tried to save it.
So it was a live ball all the way to down here.
Right.
So, wow. I thought it was out of bounds on the far side, but that's what they have officials for.
It almost got away from Russ, but Russ saved it. But he caroms it across the court. And we have an official's timeout as the scoreboard has gone out at Daniel Bumper's Gymnasium. We saw this happening between the two ball games, between the girls' game and the boys' game. They were having some interruptions. I don't know what the clock was at, but I do know the score is 67-66. We do know that.
Yeah, and we know that, and I tell you what, for all our fans and everything, our first game for MCPSS, what a great atmosphere, what a great crowd. Always nice to work with you, Al. Just that whole situation, the crew here putting this game on, Wade and Quentin and all his crew, or all their crew. Just a great, fantastic night for basketball.
So now the officials are going to huddle up, and they're going to decide at what point the game clock should be at, because they're going to make a consensus decision. They're going to come over and punch it in when they get this clock back up. I've had this happen maybe once or twice at Bishop State, where electrical surges, and we're going to come together and we're going to agree that this is going to be how much time we're going to put on. And one side's going to be happy, Coach, and the other side's going to be disappointed.
I'm surprised that they don't have a little monitor there at the score table for situations like this. What a game this has been, hard fought, and you want the calls to be right all the way through.
Right. So if there was some type of instant replay or something in-house, you could probably dial it back and look, but unfortunately Baker doesn't have that set up. So when they get the scoreboard operable, we'll get the time here, and we'll see if the boo birds will come out or if the cheers will come out with how much, because it will be Baker's ball when we resume.
I'm anxious to see if what I said comes true, if he gets his average.
If he gets his average, right.
I don't even know why I said that, but if it
Shot
happens.
The one and only Arthur Mack right there at the scorer's table from the Call News. He knows where to be on set.
I guarantee there's a lot of people that you will know at this game. I hope people understand we're not there at the game, but we're doing the game.
Well, I have Phylon at 38 right now, Coach. And he has the ball, goes in, drains it. That puts the Hornets up one with 15 seconds remaining in the ball game.
Plenty of
and
time.
The Hornet hooligans go wild.
Again, these situations have been run at practices for a long time. Now, it's Phillips' turn to bring up their play. Now, that was a very good design play that Coach Armstrong drew up. Breaking and getting open, getting the ball to Phelan, to LeBaron. So the bottom line is that get the ball in the hands of the ones that you have the most trust in winning the ball game.
And Phylon now has 40, Coach. You said if he hits his average, they'll win.
So he needs.
They're
we'll
up
see.
one.
We'll see.
we shall see.
Yeah, we will see.
Great turnout tonight. Great ball game. Hopefully the scoreboard will remain intact with 15 seconds remaining. For those wondering, that's the timeout clock running right there.
Do you smell an overtime?
I'm not going to say that, Coach. I'm not going to say that right now. And, I'm just going to say I think I may smell a win. I don't know if it's going to end up, but I think I may smell a win right now.
As a coach, I'd rather smell the win than the popcorn.
And you've had I'll put it this way, I've had a long day today, so I'm not wishing for the overtime. But, you know, if it comes, it won't be the first time. I've seen Baker play a couple overtime games last year, as a matter of fact. So McGill will have the ball inbounded up 1.
What you don't want to do is foul. Up by 1.
There it is. So 14.6. I believe the game clock started before the ball came in. When they threw that out-of-bound pass down, they started the clock by accident.
Look at the people in the stands, the concern that they have, the seriousness that they have.
Right.
What a great night for basketball in Mobile, Alabama.
So they straighten out the game clock. 15 seconds here. Same play drawn up. And they release down the court. Alex Heim across the timeline. Over to Schamberger, across, wide open Heim. Will a quick touch pass. That is blocked. Devin McCain's shot is blocked.
Guess who blocked it?
You can say it, Coach.
Our man LeBaron.
LeBaron Fallon, Johnny on the spot. That was huge right there.
And you know what? It was clean.
Yep, because we know McCain can drain a 3. We've seen him do it tonight. Alex Threadgill fouled on the play. 2 big shots coming up right here.
Big players rise in great situations. This game's still not over.
No. If he makes both of these, they'll be up 3, but they're going to put 3 seconds on the game clock. It could be enough time to get something in and heave it down court. You never know, but it's a double bonus situation for Threadgill right here. The first one critically important.
Remember what I said last time. They're shooting 50% from the free throw line and made both of them.
Tristan Brower checks in for McGill. He's a 6'2" senior, so we're going to try to put some height on the line.
3 seconds to go.
And that one's shortchanged by Threadgill.
His dad's watching over
this
there.
One is really critically important.
His dad's over there shooting every shot with him.
68-67. He's got to bend his knees, Coach. And misses both of them. And it is no good at the end. And Baker squeaks out with a 68-67 victory. A well-played ball game by both teams tonight. LeBaron Fallon putting up 40 points, but an effort that does not go unheralded. McGill, he took them to the mat tonight, Coach.
I don't care what team you're on. That was just a heck of a game. I mean, it was well coached. It was well played hard.
Right.
And the outcome, the fans are going away saying they're disappointed if their team didn't win. But they saw a heck of a game.
They got their money's worth. Let's put up the final statistics from the ball game if we're able to get those up. As you can see right there, field goals almost even. This ball game is almost even as well. Free throws really made a difference in the end. 10 of 19 for Baker, only 3 for 9. Your eyes are not deceiving you. McGill didn't get to the line enough tonight, Coach.
No, they didn't.
They did not.
But, you know, with both teams going at one another, there's a difference of 10 shots, free throws.
But look at the 3-pointers, 10 for 16 for McGill. That's where they really did their work tonight, hitting from the outside. Don't forget, it'll be Thursday, December 15th, Viger versus Murphy, our next MCPSS high school basketball game of the week. The girls will tip off at 6 and the boys will tip off at 7:30. Man, what a great ball game. Baker gets the win tonight, 68-67. For our director, Wade Ford, executive producer, Quentin Howard, and engineer, Fran Conaway. I'm Al Whedon, thanking Coach Ronnie Arrow and thanking you for joining us for another edition of the MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week. Have a great night.